Seinfeld last night.
Seinfeld does.
How many Seinfelds are there?
It's my favorite TV comedy, man.
Nah, I respect it. I respect that opinion.
What, Seinfeld?
Yeah,
I
it's
saw
not.
your
It's not
post
my
about The
favorite. It's in my
Office.
probably. I'm about to say I just posted about The Office. The Office that's in my top 5
Office
now.
legit.
Office is more my style.
I'm with you. I gotta go and watch it.
Yeah, The Office. Do it, bro.
I never did it.
I just
Oh,
started.
you never sat through and watched The Office?
Office
It's
is funny,
amazing,
yeah.
bro.
Office is funny,
Especially
man.
would you see that you can't get away with now?
Exactly.
They were the last show to get away with shit.
Man.
Did racist shit good?
Gay shit,
They
racist
gay
shit,
stuff.
good.
That's one of my favorite episodes now when he's using the F word.
You'd be like, oh, you.
Using man.
No, it's a historic event now. You go, that was the last one. That's
Yeah,
it.
bro.
It's over. Oh, let me get that link real quick.
Even the original
Which one
Office
y'all
is
got that
funny.
link?
I gotta watch
Was
that.
the original Office? That's the one that was
text
based on
it
like
to you.
England, right?
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was
Ricky
the
Gervais.
original.
Now,
It's funny.
did they shoot it the same way?
Huh?
Okay.
Yep.
Are they the first?
All the
to-
Office is the American version of that.
Okay.
Oops.
What's y'all top 3? Top 3 sitcoms. A comedy series.
Seinfeld.
Mine is I don't know if it's considered a comedy, but Fresh Prince, King of Queens.
Okay. Fuck with that.
And
King of Queens is dope.
This a clean
It's in my
show.
top
I need to-
5.
no.
Fuck no.
okay.
Justin.
We almost get canceled every other week.
We should. Damn near got canceled last week.
Okay.
Damn sure.
Good. That's what I aim to do.
King of Queens is probably my favorite sitcom.
King of Queens is a fire. That's a fire.
That
I
shit's
respect
so funny,
that.
bro.
I got Martin #1, my favorite.
Martin.
That's
is
my
not
number one.
mine
Yeah.
because of the fall off.
Oh, it was
That
drastic.
was only season 5 though.
Like, I need.
it fell off before
You
that.
think so? Season 4?
Season 3 was
Absolutely.
it for me.
Yeah, you can start
I
saying
respect
4
that.
or 5. I'm like,
I respect
okay.
that.
But was so it's how I feel about Game of Thrones. It was so strong
Up front.
until the last season. But that last season,
That
damn it,
last season was a hard fall off. They almost ruined the whole legacy.
It did. It almost did for me.
They rushed it.
It almost did for me. I was like,
Yeah.
I can't put that as the
That's why
best
I
show
don't make.
ever.
Yeah, that's why I don't
And,
make.
and
my
you got to
thing.
tell people too, like, yo, watch Game of Thrones, but that last season, you just have to
And
understand.
you can't tell
the fall
people to
off.
forget the last season because
can't.
you got to see it through.
You waited
Finish
10
it,
years,
bro.
bro.
See
You have
through,
to
you
finish
gonna be
it.
pissed.
10 years of that
Yeah.
shit.
I just
Same with
started.
Dexter. Man. Dexter started off. I was like, yeah, and then it just.
Most
But
shows.
didn't Dexter came back kind of strong now though.
I heard the new one's good.
The new one, yeah,
So
the
I
new
gotta-
one's
I gotta
good.
check it out.
Mixed reviews
The original
on
one was
new
good until it wasn't.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
To make my top list, you gotta be dope all the way through.
and that's
Okay.
why
So Martin,
never
I
makes
can't
mine,
put in
yeah.
my top.
I know your top. I know what you're gonna say.
It's Seinfeld.
Wire.
No,
Well,
we said
oh,
comedy
oh,
series.
oh,
We said
oh,
comedy
okay,
series. We said
okay,
comedy
okay.
series.
My bad,
Oh,
my
drama
bad.
The
is
Wire
easy.
is in mine for
Oh,
sure.
okay.
Drama.
Okay.
The Wire is number 1 for me.
Okay.
Breaking Bad. And
Breaking Bad is
Sopranos.
my number 1.
That's my top 3 dramas.
What's the other one? I missed it.
Sopranos, Breaking Bad, and The Wire.
Breaking Bad, Sopranos, my top 2.
Yeah.
That's got to be universal, bro. Them 2 shows, you was like, God damn.
Wait, you said a comedy series?
Mine's is Fresh Prince, King of Queens, Married with Children.
Fresh Prince holds up,
Yeah, definitely.
It does.
Yeah, it does.
When Will Smith and his daddy,
man.
I still get teary eyed, bruh.
I can't resist that scene, man.
Yeah.
Oh,
too heavy. It was heavy as
Married with
hell.
Children held up the whole time.
Married with Children, man. That last season,
I gotta go back
but
and
it's
watch that.
11. It gets weird. It gets wonky. You go like, oh, they started doing some shit, but I go, hey, you did 1,000 episodes. You guys
Right.
deserve to
I
get
want
a
to go
little
back and watch
fall off.
that because I'm married. I'm older. Like so
Oh,
now I
yeah.
want to get the where he was
Once
at as
you
a
hit
man. Like
that
where.
season 2, season 3 stride, they take off.
Yeah, I want to watch it again.
Great.
We started
is it
yet?
on?
It's
Yeah,
just
we
a,
started.
it's a rolling
Oh, yeah.
start.
We just rolled.
yeah,
We
yeah.
just
Yeah.
slide
Tony-
on.
Tony, bam.
Oh,
You holler. I want to let everyone. I borrowed this from
years
him
ago.
easily 7 to 8 years ago.
Thank you.
Yes,
know what I'm
right.
saying?
And Hollywood Shuffle.
Hollywood Shuffle.
And let me tell you why I feel like an a-hole, because he asked me one time, he was like, you got any of my DVDs? And I was like, nah. I honestly felt like, because I had dropped some off one time when y'all used to stay together. So I was like, no. And so I'm back in LA cleaning up my apartment, and I was like, this is Tony's. this isn't mine. I never purchased this.
Hollywood Shuffle, man.
There you
I
go.
got something of yours, but I don't know what it is.
Classic.
There you go.
Classic.
Wait, how many years did you have that?
No, seriously, at least
This is years.
years ago, 9 to 7 years. I'm not joking. Because think about it, I did Rush Hour, then MacGyver. So that
was
was
all
6
before
years.
that.
It was all before that. So easily at least 6 years, easily.
Hollywood Shuffle.
Man.
You should remember it.
Right.
Some people just be like, they keep it
he
so
took-
long,
he
they be
took
like, this is mine.
He took it out the back.
Yeah, he had it on him. The last time I saw you, you mentioned the Hollywood Shuffle DVD.
Yeah, man.
Because I know you borrowed the Damon Wayans
I did.
specials, and then that,
Yeah.
and then.
Are people still borrowing stuff today? Are you letting anything out?
Rent money.
I feel like
Right now, you know what I mean? Like, 'cause back in the day, it's like, hey, let me hold that.
Hey,
I
money
feel
like
never gonna stop
Chargers.
being borrowed.
I'm getting borrowed.
Yeah.
Chargers?
Chargers.
Okay.
I
They
done
be
stole
like,
some
you got a
charges.
charge. Yeah, you can use mine, and then we forget to give it back.
Right.
That's the new pen now.
That's why I'm about to say pens never go out of style.
yeah,
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Let me use your pen. And
I
then-
definitely done stole some charges for some cats.
Oh yeah, I got DC.
You got a couple of mine, yeah.
In this bag, right? But I tried to give it back.
I like, go ahead and keep it.
Yeah. So let the record reflect. I tried
Did
to
you say
give
your
it back.
top 3 comedies?
Mine is Martin, Curb Your Enthusiasm, and probably The
Curb
Office
is
now.
funny.
Curb is
What
funny.
got pushed
Curb
out?
makes my
for-
nerves.
What got pushed out?
For The Office.
I'm gonna tell you, I used to love Wayans Brothers.
Mm-hmm.
I used to love the Jamie Foxx show. But The Office is just
Hey, man.
it's
All
just
right, I
a
gotta check it out.
superior show.
You know what I realized, and you know, people gonna look at my list as white, but the black shows, the writing was never as strong to me.
You
One
goddamn
more-
racist.
Uh,
You are a racist, and you're I'm canceling.
You know
Can I
what I'm
cancel
saying?
on his own show?
Yes.
You're canceled. You're canceled.
Yes, you can.
The writing was never as strong. Like Martin, as funny as it was, the writing was weak as hell.
But that's how strong of a performer
exactly,
Martin is.
exactly.
And
Yeah.
that's the thing
Right.
about
But
black
that's
shows.
that's the thing. So if he fails,
Oh yeah.
the whole episode is done because the writing wasn't good.
Well, then
No
that's why they
disrespect.
started all acting like him season 4 and 5.
They were all acting like him.
Yeah.
yeah,
So
she
it
was a
just
split
like,
image of Martin.
everybody
Tashina
was
Arnold
Martin.
was a split image of Martin.
Everybody was Martin
Mm-hmm.
after a while, so it was just like because he was the show was him.
All right.
Like that was his show for
Right,
sure.
Right.
So when he was doing his thing, those first 3 seasons, it was just like, man, this is just hilarious. And then if he has a moment where it's just like, all right, let's see what else is going on in the episode, it's just like,
That's the thing with TV shows, bro. You can have strong actors and strong, but you got to have a strong character. Because even if you go to Jamie Foxx show, Braxton never started acting
Braxton's-
like Jamie.
Braxton was the
yeah,
show.
he stayed in his
Braxton
character.
was
Same
funny.
with
Braxton
Carlton in
was
the
the
Fresh
show.
Prince.
That's a strong character. You go like,
Yeah.
oh, we know who this person is in and out. But when you get like great actors in there, you go like, oh, of course they can go.
Right.
No doubt, man. Tashina easily held her own throughout the entire series. She was great.
I would say Seinfeld is probably because I started watching it during the pandemic. I just got to season 8 last night.
Yeah.
My problem
If not my
with
top
Seinfeld-
5, top 10 for sure. If not
Yeah.
my top 5, top 10 for sure.
he's in
It's
my
just
it's
funny,
in my top
man.
10. But Jerry was the worst part of the show.
No, he's not.
No,
Yes,
he's
he is.
not,
No, he
bro.
is not.
Yes,
Heck
he
no.
is.
I
No,
disagree.
No,
I
hell
don't.
no. Jerry was
Because
to
he
me,
was
yeah.
a perfect straight. Because the stuff he was saying in response to their ridiculousness was mad funny.
He made
man.
them work. He
Oh,
made
When he
Of course,
was,
it was
when he
clever.
pieced together, George was getting smarter because he wasn't having sex, and the way he broke it
remember that
down
episode.
to George, he was like he just grabbed a head of lettuce and like, so he was just super. He started reading books and like you know what I'm saying.
Anybody
Yeah.
could have been Jerry.
And then Elaine was getting dumber.
Oh,
It
it's
was
like
the
time.
opposite.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I remember
so-
that episode.
Hold on, I gotta debunk that. Everybody couldn't be Jerry. Let me tell you why I say
Right.
this. People underestimate how necessary a great straight man is. Without a great straight man, you can't. There is no like comedy like that. You have to have somebody.
I
that-
100% agree.
ground that.
Jerry's not one of the greatest straight men of all time.
He might be
He's
one
a
of the
good straight
best.
man.
You know who?
Maybe
You know
no,
who
he's not.
is? Who I would say? Sean Wayans.
Great straight
What
man.
he did for the Wayans brothers,
Right.
he was a perfect straight man for Marlon.
He'd have been really great in Seinfeld.
Ice Cube, another great straight
Ice
man.
Cube is another
Would
great
have
straight
been
man.
better at
He's a good straight
Seinfeld
man.
also.
You know,
Better than Seinfeld. Or better at Seinfeld.
No, but Seinfeld is the epitome of a straight man. Even his stand-up is like straight
man.
man.
I know.
And the
I
cool
don't
part
like
is
the
he's
stand-up
not a
part.
true straight man. He's just it's
Right.
just the
style.
delivery because he always saying something funny.
Right.
So it's just like so he was never boring.
Chaz.
Shit.
No,
What do
everybody
you know?
was better than him on that show.
Well,
You
he
stand-
won-
you're
he
standing
won-
on
I
that.
100% believe that. I go like,
I don't think that's
if
wild,
you could
though.
replace somebody with Seinfeld, I go like, the show was great, the writing was great. That's never gonna take that away. Jerry, I go like, could there be a better straight man? Can you? I can't see the show like only Jerry could do that. I'm like, no, I don't believe that.
Why do you think?
I feel like only Kramer could be Kramer. I don't think anybody else could do that role.
Nah, because Jerry is the voice of the show.
Of
writing-wise,
course, he could have
too.
stood behind that the whole time. Though he never had to be on screen. You still would have had the voice of the show. That happens all the
and
time.
also the voice of that show was his stand up. So I feel like
same.
I feel like
my
he's
same
vital.
thing. Martin, you can't do that show without Martin. No one's doing that.
Right.
You can do that show with somebody else and not be Jerry Seinfeld, and that show would have been just.
But
as
that's
good.
only because he wasn't
And Martin wasn't
chewing
a
the
straight
scenery.
man.
He didn't have
Martin
to be,
was
though.
literally chewing the scenery of the show.
He didn't have to. He didn't have to. Be.
Right, he was.
He was literally doing that.
Pianos.
He was literally
Right.
just busting in as Dragonfly Jones,
He was,
and the
no
cast
doubt.
wasn't even ready
Right,
for that.
no doubt.
Seinfeld
But
was not
there's-
that type of show.
right.
There's other straight men I go like Kenan was Kel's straight man. Kenan was great. Go back to Kenan and Kel days.
I watch it with my
Kenan
daughter.
was
Me
the straight
too.
man?
Yeah.
On Keenan and Kel. Kinda.
He
That wasn't a
was the
classic
Kel.
show. That wasn't a classic show.
What? Keenan and Kel classic.
Kenan Kel's in
I
my
definitely
top
don't think
five.
Kenan
Yeah.
and Kel's classic.
Y'all think it's classic?
I didn't understand it when it was. I was
Yeah,
like,
They don't
I didn't fuck
understand.
with
They
it.
don't
Yeah.
understand.
Oh, man.
And because
They don't know.
Kel's over the topness, I was like, nigga.
But I
I
mean, he
understand.
was basically
I couldn't
doing
do it.
Martin.
He was.
And I couldn't do it.
it was just too much for me.
Yeah.
Damn.
I was like, nah, man.
What
They
year
don't-
was
they don't
y'all?
understand,
We around
bro.
the same age. Yeah, wrong with
Yeah,
y'all.
I
I can understand Tony saying this, but not y'all.
Wait.
Not you.
Wait.
Not you.
Keon, no. DC,
Not
I
like
get.
this.
I get. Keon's the one I go. Look
I
at
didn't like
yourself.
it.
How old are you?
Y'all like the
want to
same
Same
say?
as y'all.
Yeah.
Same as y'all.
I don't respect it.
I definitely.
I
was
respect
like,
it. I don't
I
understand
didn't
it.
like it.
I don't respect it. Or
But you know what it is too? This is what I say too. Both of y'all low energy. So if y'all see somebody doing
Yeah.
Bugs Bunny
That's
shit,
possible.
Right. No,
y'all-
it's
yeah,
true. Because
it goes
even,
against y'all
even
nature.
in some things like that Marlon would do, sometimes I was dying and sometimes like, that's enough. When Urkel got too big, that's enough.
Well,
Like,
that was different. He was way too.
Yeah, he was the worst of the worst. But
Urkel?
like, yeah, oh,
He
yeah.
was amazing though.
At first it was amazing.
I thought Urkel transitioned
6-7
No,
years.
when he got when you see them forcing the accidents,
Yeah.
I was like, no. Like when I would watch
Family
him
Matters fell off.
literally grab something to make it fall down and keep spinning in another circle to grab. I'm like, nigga,
There's a point where you're
down,
like,
bro.
when is this
Like,
gonna end?
Stop. And they would let them scenes drag out for a hell of long. Even with Martin, it would be funny to me at first.
Yeah.
But the scene would drag out too long.
That's
And I'm
why I
all
loved
right,
it.
That's enough, bro.
I
Like,
thought Martin did that very well.
he did
Like
at first.
yeah.
And then
But
I was like,
Urkel,
it's
I
too
see
long.
like yeah. nigga.
Like I need my high
Nigga
end
6'8".
like, let's get it in and then okay.
You telling me if Keenan and Kel comes
bring
up,
it down.
oh, here we go, and
Man.
y'all ain't tuning in?
That show was everything, bro.
when they got a movie, I just how.
You
Good
Good
Burger?
Burger? Are you
Bro,
serious?
I
Hey, Good
promise.
Burger's
I was
a
like,
classic.
how?
Theaters.
I
I
didn't.
saw
Come
Good
on,
Burger
bro.
in theaters, but I was like,
You-
no disrespect to them. 'cause
Yeah,
I
no,
like
no,
them,
I
but
like both of
I
them.
just
Yeah.
wasn't,
As
I
men,
just wasn't
yeah.
rocking
You
You heard that
with
Keenan and Kel? They don't fuck with
fuck with
you.
you,
hear that?
No. I love what they did for the culture.
No,
and
now
everything.
you love what
I
they
respect,
did.
I respect it.
Yeah.
And I'm glad they
compliment
flourished.
sandwich
But
ass.
for
Yeah.
me,
And I like
Two
them as
young
men.
black men.
They're very upstanding men.
Right.
they weren't
You know
my,
what I mean?
those shows
Yeah, but
weren't
the
my
shows, I
flavor.
just- yeah,
And
I
that
wa-
movie was not my
Kel
flavor.
holds a special place in my heart.
All
I bet
that?
he does. I'm
You
sure he
know?
All
does.
that?
I did watch all
I
that.
tuned into all that.
I did watch that.
I tuned in.
No, all that?
DC
know
was
that.
raising kids. He had time for this shit. He's like, nigga, I got a mortgage. I got bills.
Cartoons.
DC had to go do a shift at the mill. He
Had
had
similar
time for
to buy.
goddamn things.
I respect both. I respect the straight man in the wild dude.
Me too.
Yeah.
But I agree with Keon in certain aspects where, like Kramer, for example.
Yeah.
Kramer initially was like, man, he the funniest dude on Seinfeld.
Right.
And then as I got older and started watching it, sometimes he was too zany. I was just like, all right, turn it down just a notch.
George was the
And then
best to me on that show.
I started,
Yeah.
appreciating everybody else's. I feel like Seinfeld is the perfect core four
For that
Where
group.
you have everybody that does
out of a
the thing.
TV show. Core four.
Oh, okay. You
Because
said
a lot of
Seinfeld
shows
the
you
show.
might get three
Right.
people max, but I feel like Seinfeld was the perfect core.
What about
Cool.
Friends? They had a core, right?
I didn't like
I didn't watch
Friends like
Friends.
that.
Did
You know what I'm
you?
saying?
No, I didn't watch
No,
Friends.
come
But
on,
I know
Ross
they
was
had. I know they
Ross
had a
came-
core.
That's why I couldn't
Ross-
watch it. I
Ross
couldn't
was
watch it
mad
because of
annoying.
Ross.
But I would say their core was bigger than Seinfeld's core.
That's because,
Friends.
only because they had six, so they forced the six
Yeah.
on you.
Okay.
But like you can look at Rachel, you can look at Monica, and you can look at Ross and take them off the table. And just have Joey, Chandler, and
still have a
Phoebe.
show. Right.
Those to me, those were the three that were like the funniest.
Phoebe was Jennifer.
No, it was,
No, the blonde. with the
Oh,
guitar.
okay. Yeah. Okay.
yeah.
Tall, blonde. Okay. Yeah.
yeah.
Friends was like, how
She did a
can
Mark
we
Six
be
movie.
living
Living single, exactly.
Right.
Now, Living Singles, that was a strong cast.
Yeah,
That was
absolutely.
strong.
That whole
All
all
six.
five of them.
Zero
six.
notes.
Was six.
All
they
six
were
of
all
them.
good.
Yeah.
That
All
holds
six,
up.
they were all
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
A
Sure.
very good
'Cause I
combination.
watch that now.
yeah.
It holds up.
Living Single holds up.
Right.
That's
It
a great
holds.
show.
Matter of fact, That might be in my top 3.
I respect that.
Yeah, Living Single is dope.
Damn.
I watch
my
it
top
when
3.
my wife is doing my hair. Sometimes we'll watch Living Single.
I got nothing bad to say about Living Single.
Not a thing.
Yeah.
I loved every character.
You want to know what I was told, and it makes perfect sense. Well, I got my... Keep your head up. Yeah, keep your head up. That's right.
No, the girl that was dancing in the back was dancing for her life.
Yeah, hard as hell.
Who was it?
That's Big Les.
Big
It
Les.
sure was.
She
She was dancing like Rosie Perez on
Yeah.
Do the Right Thing.
Big Les. She been in mad videos.
She pumping so hard.
She's in Remember the Time.
Dang.
She sure was.
Yeah, she's in that video. She was in mad videos back in the day.
This
She used to host Rap City. For a little bit.
Writers. The reason why sitcoms were so strong back in the day, I don't know if y'all sometimes you watch a sitcom and you feel like it's not as funny as it used to be.
Yeah.
They said because all the best writers were in the same room. Nowadays, all these writers get their own deals with companies. So instead of having 6 strong writers, you only have 1 or 2 strong writers because these other writers got to deal with Universal and another writer got to deal with Disney.
Yeah.
And so the writers' room not as strong as it used to be. Because you look at Living Single, all them jokes be hitting.
All of them.
I agree
bro.
with that, and it's spread out. Like there's so many shows now.
Yep.
There's so many shows now. It's hard to get a super. People be like, "Oh, I'm over here. I'm over here." You go like,
Yeah.
Dog,
There's a lot of content.
It's a
now.
lot of content. It's hard to be an unemployed
Back in the
writer.
day, you had ABC, NBC, CBS, Fox.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then BET came into the picture.
And we ain't even talking about
Nickelodeon
web-
for
we
you,
ain't talking about
King
web
of the
shows.
I want you to know he just ignored his pops. I want y'all to know this. He just
Text him right now. I'll call you back, Pops.
he said, "Pops, I
Call
don't
you
got time
back,
for you."
Pops.
Yeah, Living Single.
Living Single, that's a good.
That's
Because I be having trouble coming up with my top 3 comedies. Seinfeld is my easy go-to, and then
Right.
after that, I'll be like, I really like the initial run of Arrested Development a lot.
Man,
I gotta
love
check
that
that
show.
out.
that's funny.
Curb Your Enthusiasm is funny, but I it gets on my nerves, so I got to take it in doses. Because Larry David is a lot on that show.
He is.
And so sometimes I just be like, all right, I need a break.
What
Y'all
I
done
love about him is that he is Jerry and George in one, and it's the best. I was like, that's what
He's definitely
They just did the
George.
R-rated Seinfeld,
Yeah.
and I love that.
Y'all done fool with Eastbound and Down?
Oh, I
It's
just
funny.
started watching
It's
it.
funny.
I'm on
That's
season
my-
3.
He's a
Yeah,
lot,
funny.
though.
Oh, Danny.
He is a lot. Danny
Yeah,
You know what I checked
He's a
out?
lot in that
There was
show.
a scene where
Love Danny
he was
McBride, bro.
doing
He's
coke in
funny,
front
but
of
it's
his
a lot.
baby.
They'll be like, all right, I need
When he
a
started doing, he was just doing coke in front of his baby, and I was like, "Cause your character, you gotta want to root for him. You kept root for him." And then he was just like, and I was like, "This is what we're doing, huh? This is like you gotta have this thing." And I go like, "Now we're just doing." I was like, "It's over."
Yeah, that's
dog.
when I tap out.
That's when shows get canceled. You go,
But
like,
if they
"Oh, we're
do
not
it
even trying
right,
anymore."
like Marlon's Over the Top and Wayans Brothers was hilarious to me. Like everything he did was just so goddamn
so
funny.
was Kells, but go ahead.
No, Kels is
Not even remote.
Yeah, not even.
Shout out to
Kels is
Kel
just
Mitchell,
Come on,
man.
man.
Oh, absoltely. That's what I
Yeah.
said. Him as a person,
Oh, absolutely.
like
Yeah.
him as a person.
we not knocking them.
No.
Yeah, just that show.
Yeah, just
The
like
fact
the
that,
show.
the fact that
Kel
Keon
right
has
now.
been the
Yeah.
longest ever on SNL
Right.
is super dope.
Right.
Oh, like all that Kel
But-
shit. My boys was watching Good Burger, and he FaceTimed the boys
Oh,
while they
man.
was watching it, and he did the voice for him. So Kel, and for me, Kel will always be.
Yeah.
Because Keelan was like, "Oh, that's the guy." I was like, "Yeah, man."
But yeah, I was in theaters like,
Yeah.
And see, I was in theaters like,
Oh man, it was the
but I
greatest.
supported though.
When did it come
I
out?
supported to that box office.
I was
Like 97.
Yeah.
Yeah.
damn, I was 12 or something.
You was 12?
I think so.
97. Yeah, that put me 12, 13.
I was-
And you know what
I
happened
was
though
19, 20.
with that
I was
stuff?
16,
Like,
17. I'm like,
yeah, by 12, 13, I was already heavy girl sports. So all goofy stuff, I kind of was like,
Oh, you thought you
nigga,
was
I'm,
better, huh?
yeah, I was like, I'm done. Like, she got
Look
breasts
at you
now.
now, back silly.
Back silly.
I was like, breast. The hell with orange soda, nigga. Like, it was titties out here, man.
You can appreciate both. Like I did.
Honestly, I just didn't like it though.
I was
just
titties,
was like,
sports, silly.
you was everything?
Yeah,
I just didn't like it.
I was into it all.
I was like,
Does a Living Color count as comedy? It's a comedy show, but were we talking only
That's
sitcoms?
sketch.
I was
yeah,
we
sketch.
was
I just
sitcoms.
took
that
that
goes
off the
in my
table because
top.
that's easily, yeah.
Right.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
Living Color.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, sketch.
They
don't
tapered
watch
off.
it.
Their ending was tapered off pretty bad too, though.
That's
Yeah.
Keenan
They
left.
all
though.
left.
Yeah.
Keenan
When
left.
Keenan left, yeah.
Keenan
Like,
left,
when,
Damon left.
when Keenan be leaving, it be making a difference.
Man,
do, yeah.
Scary
Haunted
Movie.
When they
Yeah.
left Scary Movie, I was
Man,
like,
it went
man, look out,
downhill.
man.
Yeah.
Like his product is dope.
Oh, the Wayans-
Scary
the
Movie
Wayans know
1
what
and
they
2
doing.
was
Yeah.
peak. When they did what 3 and 4, I was like, what are they
Yeah,
doing?
it turned into because the Zuckers came in,
Uh-huh.
and so it turned into that type of. Even though I love Airplane, Naked Gun and shit like that, but
Right.
it just turned into that, which wasn't the original voice of
Right.
the Scary Movie franchise. And then it just
Y'all
wasn't the
got
same.
Scary Movie as best parody?
Nah.
I do.
Best parody.
Like spoof movie.
Yes.
I don't know, bro, because not another teen movie.
That is fire. That is fire,
That
bro.
from start to finish, I'd be dying.
But it ain't better than Scary
Would
Movie to
Airplane
me.
be a parody movie?
Yeah,
With
I
Naked
yeah.
Gun?
Yeah,
I think
Naked
so.
Gun would be
Oh,
parody.
Oh yeah, I
Yeah.
gotta put
See,
Naked
so
Gun.
okay, I'm confused.
A parody of what though?
On that
The
because
parody of cop shows, like
Right.
Police Squad is
Oh,
where the
okay.
Naked
Yeah.
Gun
They had
comes
the
from.
Loaded Weapon movie.
And Airplane
Okay.
is like a parody on the movies that were coming out like in the
oh,
70s.
bro,
I'm
I
gonna
gotta
get you, sucker.
you know I gotta put Dewey Cox when it comes to parodies.
Oh, that was a parody?
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
Oh,
It made
okay.
fun of
Walk
it made fun of
Hard.
Ray and
yeah.
nigga.
That, shit is-
Walk hard,
that movie is perfect.
bruh.
Okay.
That might be
Slept on.
that top parody because I made a list of top 10 parodies like recently, and Dewey Cox for sure
Yeah.
is in there.
Was up there?
That's funny.
That movie is ridiculously funny. Loaded Weapon was funny.
That's what made me start the list because I was
Yeah.
watching Loaded Weapon, and that's up there for me too.
So you telling me when y'all seen Scary Movie, y'all didn't laugh harder at that than I don't know. Not
I
that
was
team.
dying.
Yeah.
Wait,
I
I'm
was
gonna get you
dying.
suckers as a parody?
Yeah,
And-
that's
yeah,
black
that's-
exploitation.
the black exploitation.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
would put
Don't
Don't
Be
Be a
Missed.
Menace and I'm gonna get you sucker ahead of Scary Movie.
Yeah,
I can respect that.
I would.
I can respect that.
I laugh way harder at Don't Be a Menace.
Don't Be
Don't
a
Be a
Menace.
Menace.
Yeah, bro.
I laugh way
So
harder.
And the rewatchability is just I
Right.
still watch that movie now and laugh.
Me too.
Don't Be a Menace
And
made
I'm
you
gonna
not
get
be
you
able to
sucker.
take Boys in the Hood, Miss Society serious.
Yeah.
After she was like, oh,
When they
this
do a
bunch of
spoof
goofy,
right, you can't even look at
Yeah.
the original and be like, man.
yeah.
But I'm gonna get you sucker holds up too.
for sure.
It does.
Like I don't come back to Scary Movie. I come back to Scary Movie 2 because of the butler.
Yeah.
yeah.
The
Yeah.
butler, Chris
Take
Elliott.
my strong
Man,
arm.
my strong hand.
Yeah.
Give me the other one.
Oh,
It's
they
not
said Black
strong
Dynamite.
enough.
Black
Oh,
Dynamite.
Black Dynamite.
Dynamite
Ooh,
is
classic.
Fantastic.
That's a classic.
Does Blank
Hella
Man count as a
funny.
That's the
parody?
funniest
Nah,
movie
Black Man
in
not.
It's not like a
recent
Batman
years
parody?
to me.
Nah.
Nah.
Blank Man?
Yeah, it's like a hood
That's a
Batman.
parody of superhero movies, yeah.
You think
It
so?
is?
He's like a hood. He was a ghetto Batman.
But I can't take.
I don't.
it.
I can't
What
put Blank
movie
Man
am
as
I
a parody.
comparing that to?
No,
Yeah.
because
he
that's
was his
ghetto
own
Batman.
thing.
Yeah,
Right.
it's like
yeah.
Meteor Man. Meteor Man not a parody.
Right.
It's like he's just. It's almost like a Hancock. Right. It's
Right.
that,
They were really trying to be superheroes.
Yeah.
Like when I think parody,
Meteor Man was more serious than Blank Man, though.
yeah.
yeah.
They were trying to be dead ass serious with Meteor Man. Blank Man
Oh, they
was
were?
clearly
Meteor Man.
Blank
Robert
Man
Townsend
is-
was trying to send a
Oh,
message.
No, Meteor Man was trying to be
I
funny.
thought it was funny.
Yeah.
It was comedic.
they had
elements,
a
but he was
golden-
dead
golden
was
ass
a
hair
ghetto
niggas.
Batman. His grandma dies.
Blank
He gets all the
Man-
tools and gadgets he puts together. he
Blank
was just
Man
a
is
ghetto
a
Batman.
parody of Batman.
When I think parody,
sure.
I think you got this from that movie, like exactly. Like Loaded Weapon is clearly making fun of Lethal Weapon.
Right.
Like Blank Man, what is it?
Blank Batman. He had the
It's
blank
Batman.
cave. He did all that.
Nah,
the blank
I think
mobile.
it was just-
Nah, I
I
can't
think
He
put
did
it
all
was-
that.
Y'all don't want it to be
Yeah.
in that category.
He did
but
all
it's
those things.
clearly
I can't put
a
Blank Man
parody
as a
of
parody,
Batman.
bro.
Yeah.
I'm gonna call Damon.
Ask him directly.
I'm gonna call Damon right now.
Because
Ask him
like
directly.
even with what did we say earlier? Not I'm gonna get you sucker, but the other one. Okay, Naked Guns. Which actual movie was they making fun of?
It was the cop shows of that day. So it's a they used to have this show called Police Squad that was like making fun
remember
of the
that. I
cop
remember,
shows.
yeah.
So if you look at the Naked Gun, it says from the files of Police Squad. So it's just making fun of those type of shows
Okay.
back in the day.
All right. And then I'm gonna get you sucker was just covering that whole era, the black
The black
exploitation.
Black
exploitation.
X,
Okay.
Black X,
Yeah.
all the movies.
All right. Because
And
like I
Blank-
just think directly, which ones were you? Did you get this from?
Blank Man didn't. I mean,
Blank Man is Batman.
heck no. Look at his suit.
It's he's
Like-
low
like-
budget. It's
It's the
realistic. is
ghetto.
what it is.
Like that's
If
exactly
you really
what he
gonna be
did.
a superhero, your costume is gonna be shitty. In real life, you're gonna have a shower
Oh yeah, you can't
curtain,
afford. You can't afford.
rubber gloves. They're poor. They were poor in Chicago.
He had forks on his glasses.
So that's it's really the most realistic superhero movie around. You're gonna have a bullshit costume.
He made his own thing.
Nigga, I don't know. He on a onesie.
Yeah. He getting his ass kicked. You know he's scared.
And he's
Yeah.
running around. Don't use my real name.
Right.
Like, he was doing all that.
Like, you know what? Damon Wayans have so many classics that I feel like people don't talk about enough. But like Mo Money was a classic
I
to
don't think
me.
More Money's a classic.
That's a y'all didn't grow up on Mo
It's
Money?
not
I grew up on it, but I don't think
Wait,
it's a
wait.
classic.
Is it not a hood classic?
It's a hood classic for
You don't
sure.
know hood classic?
No?
No. I did.
His classics are
More Money
Major
was dope,
Payne.
but it wasn't.
Yeah.
Major
wasn't
Payne is a
classic.
classic.
See why y'all
for
niggas
Damon.
friends.
No,
And we need to hang out.
I know we need to talk more. Justin.
More Money is not a classic.
We about to go hang out after you.
We're gonna get lunch after this. Well, screw you guys, okay? What do y'all think? What's a
Major
Major
Payne.
Payne.
Major Payne is a
Major
classic?
Payne.
Oh, okay. Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Classic.
Okay. All right.
That's a classic.
Okay. No. Okay. It's whatever.
You know why More Money is not a classic?
Why?
Because-
Stacey Dash.
Oh my god, man.
Because
Stacey Dash.
they didn't know the direction they wanted to take that movie in. Is this going to be a serious action thriller or is it going to be a comedy? They were too mixed up in the execution of it, so people didn't really latch on to it beyond
Last Boy Scout?
watching it.
Last Boy Scout?
Scout to me is a classic.
Okay. Anybody?
That's my personal favorite.
You
Damon
too.
Wayans movie.
When you watch it now, you be like,
I watched
talking
it
about
back.
More Money?
And
No,
I
Last Boy
Boy
Scout.
Scout.
What
I
you
can
mean when you
respect
watch
that.
it now?
when you
What?
watch it now, I be like,
I watched it now, and I was like, all right.
yeah.
You know what I realized
Y'all
the issue?
tripping. You don't like Die Hard. So
Oh, okay. I got it.
Who don't like that?
You don't like that hard.
What are you talking
You don't
about?
like Die Hard?
No, I never said that.
Oh,
You
okay.
did?
No, I didn't.
Yes, you did.
We gotta.
I even called it back before on you.
We gonna roll. We
I'm
gonna run
just
it
man,
back.
roll-
saying I
run
don't
the
like
tape.
it.
Oh my god.
Die
I'll
Hard
go
1
back
and
and
3.
watch them now, though.
Die Hard 1 and 3.
Yeah, one
for sure.
missed out. I mean, 2 was kind of one of them was kind of suspect, wasn't it?
Two was
I
the
like
suspect one.
The first one is the Christmas one, right?
Yeah, that was the best one.
That's the best
Yeah.
one.
Yeah,
That's
3
one
is
of
the
best.
Samuel Jackson one.
Yeah.
That's the one we couldn't watch because my dad, we pulled into the theater. My mom was like, I don't think they should be watching. We went to the drive-in. My dad was like, it's not gonna, like it's gonna be a total cuss fest. Like we'll check it out, nigga. The opening scene was a cuss fest. My dad was like, this is a total goddamn cuss fest. Like we had to leave and go watch something else because they were just going
It sucks
in.
being wrong as the parent. When you're, we took Izzy somewhere, and yo was like, I don't even think. I was like, there won't be no problem, man. It was problem city. I was like, I'll just take her outside. I was like, damn.
It's hard for me sometimes to watch 80s and 90s stuff. Like I've been going back watching a lot of stuff and it ain't whole. I'll be like, this is
The graphics, the
ridiculous.
cinematography.
I can get past that, but it just be so ridiculous. Like Predator 2, I was like, this is fucking horrible.
Predator 2
I hated it.
with Danny.
Predator 1, loved it. Predator 2, I went back and watched it. I was like,
I didn't like
This
Predator
shit-
being in the city. That's when he was in the city.
I like that.
and it was so like, I get of the time because RoboCop was like that too. But it was
Predator 1
just
is like that.
I was just like, Predator 1 took place out in the jungle. Like it's supposed to like just the opening scene, the gang war and I was like, what is this? It was so 80s like shit blowing up and blah. Maybe that's I just came in and I don't know what I was expecting.
I'm
I
sick
don't
of
know
Keon being like, can we just calm this down? Everybody,
And
can
I
we
was
just,
just like-
can everybody just
So
calm
you
down?
hated the fact that there was just too much action.
It was just
Can we
a
just calm
lot
it down,
going on.
guys?
Like you said, everybody was sweaty, but it was hot. You
Well,
know,
yeah,
I get
it was a heat wave.
Right.
97, gangs was taking over the city. So that makes sense on why the Predator shows up because he shows up where they're fighting. That's when he shows up. Whenever there's a war, they come in and hunt the top dogs.
Yeah, it was
so
just-
so they had to make it ultra violent when they came into the city.
Like the
But
opening scene, when he take the cars off I would just be like, it's for me when it comes to action when it's so over the top, I have a hard time being like this.
But
is
you
fucking,
like RoboCop.
well because
you don't make sense.
You know what it is
RoboCop
because
is
I was a
great.
kid when I saw it. A lot of these
Oh,
I'm watching now.
Coming in. Okay,
Yeah,
as a
so I don't
grown
have any
man.
nostalgia.
So you're saying they're not holding up?
Because I don't have nostalgia with them. Like a lot of us, we like stuff because of the nostalgia that goes along with it. But when you coming in with fresh eyes, you're like, this is horse shit.
Yeah.
He coming in fresh.
Yeah.
So like if I watched, like even when I go back to watch some of these kids movies, like Three Ninjas and shit like that, as a kid, I thought
Don't
they was
disrespect
dope.
Three Ninjas.
Hey,
Don't
you watch
disrespect
now,
Three-
bro, you
Three
be
Ninjas
like,
holds
God,
up, bro.
I
damn,
can't believe
nah.
it. I like that as a kid.
When's the last time you
Oh,
saw
I
Three
loved it.
Ninjas?
Three Ninjas holds
It
up.
does
bro.
not.
it does
That's
not,
it. It
bro.
doesn't.
You guys are wild as hell.
That's why I got into karate was because of 3
It
Ninjas.
was-
Right, bro.
Yeah, then
Keep
it was
all that,
dope.
but don't watch that shit.
Don't
again.
watch it again.
Oh,
bro.
y'all just hating,
It's
bro. Y'all
bad.
racist.
It's Home Alone with karate.
No,
I
It's
never
bad.
bothered to watch it. I would put it on
never
for the
saw
boys
Three
and
Ninjas?
leave immediately.
Oh, you gotta
It
watch
was
it.
bad.
I've
Three
never seen
Ninjas
Three
and Surf
Ninjas.
Ninjas. That was Surf Ninjas.
Surf
my
Ninjas
shit.
was
Surf
good
Ninjas.
This
too.
does not hold up.
It don't
Surf
hold up.
Ninjas.
That was my
Yo,
shit.
Yay!
That's your nostalgia.
No, y'all wow, bro.
You gonna watch it and be
Never
like,
watch.
Yeah, you
It's
can't
bad.
disrespect Three
Kenan
Ninjas
Kel
or
holds
Surf
up.
Ninja.
Keenan the Kill was up.
Because a movie like that everybody loves that I don't is The Last Dragon. Because I
That's a
saw
great
it when I was
movie. That's-
22.
Come on, man. Come on, Tony.
Man, you
So
tripping.
when I watched it for the first time, I
Cut
was
the
like,
camera.
man, it's corny,
Kick them
man.
out of.
Give me the Hollywood Shuffle
Yeah,
back.
come on, bro. Last Dragon, Tony.
Give it back.
I saw it too late.
Bro, it's
That
still-
movie is super of its time.
yeah.
And so when I come in, with college eyes. I'm like, man, this is corny, man. I respected certain elements of it, like show enough, yes, but everything else.
What about the
But a
big
lot of
fight?
these-
How can you not get pumped on the big
He
fight
caught the
scene?
bullet in his mouth.
Nah, man.
He was glowing.
It was too
colors.
late.
The glow. The glow was
Come on,
like,
Come on,
bro.
the
It was
colors.
too late for
honestly,
me.
it depends when you watch these things. When you come in, whatever age you was at the time when you come into this stuff matters. It was your opinion of it.
I can watch Last Dragon now because even it being ridiculous, when Show Enough shows up to that pizza shop and he tears shit down,
It was
that's the most ridiculous.
It's
He
funny.
kicks the pimple.
He put him in ravioli. He dipped a nigga and put him in a tub of ravioli.
I said, hey,
Like-
I don't care what era this is. This is great.
I laugh at it because I'm like, this is fucking ridiculous.
Bro,
Like,
it's
it's
great.
stupid.
What happened to the little boy in that movie? Because in my mind, I'm like, this nigga went to jail.
He died. He died of AIDS.
He died, yeah.
It wasn't
I
AIDS,
just-
though.
Did he?
I was like,
He passed
Jesus.
away, though.
Oh, he did pass away?
Yeah.
Just his face,
It wasn't
bro.
AIDS, though.
He did
like,
die.
He
Damn.
did pass
Rest in
away.
peace.
Yeah. I think it was drugs, though, or something.
Because I looked it up. I did a movie night on my IG Live with The Last Dragon, so I was looking up the cast. And yeah. I was
Damn.
like, man, I ain't know
Did he do
died.
anything besides Last Dragon?
He might have done some stuff after.
Armed robberies. I can tell. When I looked at him, I said, this dude is up to mischief. So I'm not surprised. It's
said it is
unfortunate.
And Vanity alone.
Yeah.
Let me
Watch
see
that
what else
movie
he
on
did.
mute and just watch.
Yeah,
Vanity
because
scenes.
Keon said in the group chat, I was watching Big Trouble in Little China and I tapped
Classic.
out. I just ignored the shit out of this.
Well, no, I hit you on the side. I didn't put it in the
Oh,
chat.
that was personal.
Yeah.
Oh man,
Right.
yeah, I ignored what he
I
said.
think I
was
did
just like,
watch
you know
that
what?
because I know that's one of your favorite movies.
Yeah, and
Yeah, but I watched it with grown
But I was
eyes.
grown, and that's my first time.
Grown,
That was
man.
my first
Oh,
time.
I didn't even want to hear
Big
it. I was
Trouble
just
Little
like,
China
look out.
holds up grown eyes, young eyes.
I didn't even get the point. What is it? Is it an action? Is it a comedy?
everything.
Like what
It's
is
everything.
this
Everything,
shit?
It was
bro.
cool. It was cool. It was cool.
Wow.
I didn't tap
He
out.
didn't
though.
finish it though. He
I
pulled the
finished
DC.
it.
They
Yeah.
had.
He tapped out.
Bro.
Well, how far did you get into it?
30
Because
minutes?
DC watches the very open.
Yeah,
I
credits.
do. I've
DC.
been way better, bro.
I did. I gave it 30 minutes, and me and Cotty was like, "So what is
So you
this?"
got to the point. So 30 minutes in, you got.
Did you even see Raiden?
You got Jack Burton driving around. They doing the little bottle thing where he tried to cut the bottle in half, and
Yeah.
that shit didn't
Yeah,
work. He
saw
caught
that.
it all in the reflexes. So they established a friendship with him and Wang, and then his girl get kidnapped yet?
I think right around because the two gangs was about to fight.
Did you finish the fight?
Yeah, saw the
So the
fight.
gang fight, they stole his truck
Mm-hmm.
because Lopan pulled up.
Lopan.
And then they had to dip out, and he was trying to get his truck back.
Yeah.
You know
Lopan
what?
was scary, bro.
You know what? I always forget this fact that Tony has still not seen Goonies.
Oh,
What? You haven't seen Goonies?
Now
Now that's disrespectful,
that's something
bro.
you need to go watch
I
as
know.
an
Yeah.
adult,
I do.
right? And you need to tell us.
But you know what though? I think I'm gonna like it though.
It's good.
It's
it
good.
hold
It's
up.
classic. That's
I think I'm
classic.
It
like
hold
it.
up. Not even
Wait,
nostalgia.
how,
like I
wait,
watch
wait,
it now.
wait. How can you be movie god?
I honestly
never
don't
seen
understand
Goonies.
why I never got around.
Sometimes
to
movies slip by you, bro. You be like,
Goonies.
how
Goonies
that one's
86.
the one
It
that
was
got
86. They didn't rent it.
What you mean?
They never rented it in the house.
Oh, okay.
And so it was just like, all right, it slipped past. Because everything that came in, I watched, unless it was scary. So, but they never rented Goonies for some reason.
don't know.
We didn't see it in theaters, and it never came in the house. So then I was just,
It is
I
2022.
never went back.
yeah.
You can watch it on YouTube right
What's
now.
the movie y'all haven't seen that slipped by?
Mine is
Mine is Goonies. for
Yours
sure.
Goonies.
Mine's is something about Mary.
You never seen it?
Oh.
To this day.
Mr. Comedy Man?
That's top
Yeah,
five.
Mr.
That's top five
and
comedy.
Mr.
Goofy
Comedy?
Yeah,
Top
Mr.
five.
To this
That
day,
movie's
I'm
so
always
damn
like,
funny.
that's the one that's still.
you
that
love
would be
this
right
too?
up your
I
alley.
know.
Yeah, that's top five
It's one
comedy
of
for
the.
me.
That's how I feel about you and Goonies. I go like, this is
Yeah.
the perfect movie for you.
I feel the shame.
I feel the same.
Like, I
with
feel
Tony
bad.
would be a Goonie.
absolutely.
Oh man,
Would be a Goonie.
Absolutely. You be in that click tough.
And I like the cast.
Avengers.
Let's go, guys.
Yeah, let's
Absolutely.
go.
Fun fact:
Yeah.
the fat kid had chicken pox while he was filming.
Chunk.
Oh, for real?
Oh, I didn't know that.
When he lifted his shirt up and that little dance he do, you can see
Truffle
the
shuffle.
pox.
Hilarious.
And he didn't tell people that he had it because he didn't want to get fired.
Oh, he legit had chicken pox?
He exposed. He exposed
Everybody.
the set to chicken pox.
Oh, that's crazy.
What about y'all? What's y'all?
Stand by Me is tremendous. I
Yeah,
love
I
it.
love
Classic.
that movie.
Classic.
Love that
Great
movie.
movie.
Oh, so yeah, what's y'all's?
Mine
But it's
is
got to be
Pink.
something you missed that you feel guilty about.
I feel guilty about the one with Nia Long and Lawrence Tate, the Love one.
Love Jones.
Yeah.
Love Jones.
I've never seen Love Jones.
Oh, that's
You're
good.
not really missing nothing, in my opinion.
Yeah.
okay.
I was, you
Good.
feel guilty
Oh, we
about
being
that?
honest around here?
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
yeah,
because
yeah.
I said that.
Being honest? Oh, yeah. It's kind of was good, I guess, in the
whatever.
day.
There's some woman
It's
I feel
solid.
like,
It's solid.
Because
But
I said that, people
not
were
a-
offended. They were like,
Oh,
you
yeah.
ain't seen Love Jones?
To me, it's not a must see.
And then when you go back and watch it too, you be like, "Shut the fuck up!" Like the whole movie, I was like, "This stupid bitch." Like,
But people have it filed as a classic movie.
Yeah.
It's a hood classic.
It's a hood
For sure.
because
classic.
it taps into people's toxicity, if you will. They drama and they mess. And
Oh,
they,
okay.
I've been
you
through
know
that
what I mean?
same thing.
Yeah, that's what that is. Because
Oh,
like me
okay.
watching it, I was annoyed.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
So I
What
ain't missed
have I
shit.
seen?
Go for it,
You gotta
Keon.
do
I'm
another
trying to
one.
think what I
Okay, you're right.
haven't
Let me
seen.
find
You gotta watch this something about Mary.
You gotta watch
Yeah.
it.
I've never knew
Yeah.
you so.
You need to have a movie night.
I've never knew you.
Me and you need to go to your crib. You watch Goonies.
Because he
the
be
same
studying
room.
comedy though.
Yeah, I know.
He be like, Ben Stiller did this, that, and the third.
That's
That's
one-
Ben Stiller's.
I'm more shocked by you not seeing Goonies than him not seeing
Really?
something.
Yeah.
I think so,
Because
too,
you-
though.
because you see
You're a
everything.
Goonie, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like,
I'm trying to think.
we go on adventures.
Mine is The
Yeah.
Notebook.
I've never seen nobody.
I never seen that.
Do that
That's
count?
a movie you never seen that you feel guilty about.
Yeah, I guess. I don't know if I feel, but I feel like that's the biggest movie
I got a
that
bigger one.
everyone has seen.
I've never seen Titanic.
You tripping?
Oh wow.
That's one I never even
Tripping.
tried to go see it.
You tripping?
I got
Do you feel
zero
guilty?
interest.
How old are we
See,
talking?
you ain't got no interest. That don't count.
Right, you didn't care about
How
it.
like are we? Like, are we
movie.
talking about stuff we supposed to see? Like, I've never seen like Casablanca and stuff like that.
No, not
Like,
that.
No,
old.
not
Yeah,
that
yeah,
old.
yeah,
Not
yeah.
black and white.
Yeah, not.
At least of our time. Like,
I'm trying to think.
I don't know. I think I've seen everything.
Love Jones soundtrack is classic.
Oh yeah,
I've seen everything that I was supposed to see.
I'm trying to think. What?
Seen all the Godfathers?
Yeah.
Yeah,
gotta
seen
see
I haven't
those.
seen all that. I haven't seen
Yeah,
all
y'all
that.
y'all
You
have to
haven't
throw
seen-
it out, and I'll be
You
like,
seen
oh, I've
Godfather
never
2?
seen it.
I've seen all
Godfather?
three.
I don't even think I've seen one.
You never seen Godfather 1?
No,
I'm more offended
This
by
is
that
on your
than
list.
both of
Wow.
these.
That one. That's
I'm not
crazy.
like a mobster, you know what I mean? Like,
So
I
what?
love mobster stuff.
yeah.
Soprano. That's why I love Sopranos.
Oh, I love
not?
anything mob related. I'm pulling. it.
Yeah, me too.
It's a outside of the mob stuff. The mob stuff is not, man.
No, it's the
between
story.
the
It's
brothers,
family,
bro.
though. It's all about
It's
family.
That
Man.
movie.
1 and
good.
2, bro.
Yeah.
Oh, you talk about. You talk
Sabrina
about
said
something.
it was slow.
I probably had it on and was like, yeah.
She watched it recently. She's just like, man, this shit
But see,
is
you
slow.
ain't seen the unedited. You probably seen it on like AMC and shit with commercials.
They
They
be,
take
and they be
extra
taking
long.
shit out.
Oh, you
They
watch
be
it with
taking
commercials?
scenes
Yeah.
out.
Yeah, I probably just skimmed across. It didn't grab me like Casino or, you know what I mean?
That's because Martin Scorsese. What he does is you take like The Godfather and like stuff like that. Francis was taking his time to tell the story. It was just like, you know what I'm saying? Martin
Okay.
is like,
Yeah,
Casino
Casino really hit like,
it's gonna
oh,
be
this
fast
is.
paced. Because if you think about it, Casino ain't got no real strong story.
How not?
It's just showing you, you know, what he's doing. He even said that. He was just like, it ain't a strong like story. It's just showing you shit.
Somebody said they never seen Avatar. I'm gonna need you to get out the group chat.
Who said
I
Goodfellas
don't
is better
know.
than Godfather? I
I've
just
seen it. Yeah, hell no. Goodfellas ain't better than
Goodfellas is good, but
Yeah.
it's not better than
I
Godfather.
think it's in the conversation. If somebody say
Yeah,
Goodfellas
bro.
is better than Godfather, I 100%.
I can respect that.
I respect
Yeah,
the shit out of
Goodfellas
it.
is
Especially-
Because I tell you this,
Godfather 1 and 2. Get the
when Goodfellas is on,
Yeah.
I never turn it off.
Bro, never.
I never turn
Never,
Goodfellas
bro.
off. If Godfather's on, I probably won't stick around.
I watch Goodfellas on regular TV.
Man,
I'll deal with
that
the commercial
shit is-
break.
Godfather 2
Yeah.
is one of my favorite movies ever.
Godfather 2 is amazing.
What's the last movie y'all tapped out on?
Oh, nigga.
Big Trouble Little China, because I just
Where did we start?
right. DC got
Oh,
it.
that's DC
He
all
can do this
day.
for an hour.
He tap out McGee.
Where did we start?
I'm gonna kick it off because mine is disrespectful. And I love this person. I love it. I want to preface this. I love this person. I'm a fan. I am a supporter. I watch everything. I watch every interview, every movie, everything.
Who is it?
But that movie, Me Time,
That's
Oh,
what I
I
heard.
haven't
Tapped
seen
out.
it.
I tapped out.
That's what I heard.
I haven't seen it.
34-minute mark. I tapped out.
That's what I heard.
That's it.
Yeah, about 10 in, I was done.
Okay.
DC
Damn,
don't
ain't
even.
no
That ain't
time.
enough. That ain't.
I go at least 30.
Bro,
I go
certain
20
That's
to
what I'm
30.
saying. You got to
Why
do
is it?
30.
Why is 10 to
Certain movies you know.
No, you don't.
Certain previews you know. Certain previews you be like, oh, hell nah. This nigga fighting a lion.
I saw him
did it
tap
on Beast?
about that line.
Didn't he just
Come
fight a
on,
lion
bro.
on Beast?
Exactly.
But he didn't like it. But he didn't like it.
I didn't see it.
You
I
sat
didn't see
through
it. You saw the movie?
Yeah,
He was in
man.
theaters though.
You
You
tapped
know,
out in theaters?
when you at home, the tap out is easy.
It is way easier.
Did you leave the theaters?
Not in leave. I paid. Once you pay, you be like, all right, I'm gonna
Yeah.
watch this whole shit.
If I'm in the movie theater, I'm
Yeah,
not
I'm
tapping
on
out.
air.
I'm
gonna find something to
I'm trying
enjoy
think
in the
what I haven't
theater.
seen.
That piece of shit. What a movie? Do you remember that movie?
Pompeii.
Pompeii.
Chaz
That
walked
piece
out
of
on-
shit.
I say it right there.
That's the guy from Game of Thrones. That's a piece of shit.
Oh, Jamie
movie.
was in there, huh?
That fucking movie is trash.
A Johnny Depp movie was the only movie I tapped out at.
Which one?
It was something. It was a weird movie. He was in a house.
I tap out on TV shows way more than movies.
And I'm about to say I have a lot of more.
Yeah, me too.
Going
TV
back,
shows, I tap out.
I have more TV shows I haven't seen than probably
What's the
movies.
dedication?
Like I
on
haven't seen
the
The
series.
Office.
Movies,
You know
I
what I'm
usually hang in there.
You ever seen The Office? Oh, classic.
I gotta go
It's a
back and
great
watch
show.
it.
Yeah. No, you talking about the movie, right?
No, I've seen the movie.
I mean, I'm bad. I'm thinking about Office Space.
well, so,
Office
yeah,
Space is great.
Classic.
yeah, Office
So
Space,
funny.
classic.
movie.
Yeah,
Yeah.
So
Office
funny.
Space.
from the
Classic.
opening scene,
Oh,
bro.
That's
When
a
he
funny
turned his
movie
music
right
down.
there, man.
I'm Mr. Classic. I'm saying everything classic. Classic. Classic.
There's too much classic throwing around. Y'all
Justin
be throwing
just tossed
that
it out,
shit
bro.
around, man. Everything
Justin
ain't
just
classic.
say it, bro.
Daddy's issues. Classic.
The
Classic
classic
podcast.
got to hold up. Like a lot of this stuff, when we go back, I'll be like, this ain't hitting like.
Big Trouble in Little China
Like it
holds
did.
up. That shit holds up, man. That's Mortal Kombat.
I'm excited
right
to watch something about Marion. I just got to make the time.
Oh, so
That
I'll
movie
watch it with
holds
you.
up.
But I gotta,
This is so funny.
because now it's enough time has gone by. Because before, bro, I felt like I knew the whole movie because everybody would say everything. You know what I mean? There was phrases and shit
Yeah.
for decades. And then, but now enough time has passed.
Would they get away with creating a something about Mary today?
No.
Nah.
This shit is sad.
It's just annoying.
Now
You
we
see
got
Jamie
ridicule.
Foxx
That's
interview,
annoying, bro.
That's annoying that we can't do
Yeah.
this.
You see
I
what
mean, you
Jamie Foxx was
can.
saying?
You can actually do it, and then
You should.
It's how you do it, though.
It's gonna be Hot Water City.
yeah. But if people like it, you'll be fine.
Jamie Foxx said he has a movie show that he did where Robert De Niro plays a Mexican and other stuff, right? And he's just like
Robert Downey Jr.
What did I say?
You said
Robert
Robert
De
De
Niro,
Niro.
like a
Thank
mug.
you, thank you. Robert Downey Jr. Yeah,
You said a movie show. What's a movie
it's
show?
a movie that got shelved.
Oh,
Oh,
shit.
shit.
okay.
I thought you said a movie show too.
Yeah,
I
he
was
said
just
it all
like-
in one. I was
I
like,
thought that was some slang. I ain't
Yeah,
want to
yeah,
say
yeah,
that.
yeah. Movie
my
show.
bad.
New
I
genre
slur when I
Jerry.
talk. My bad, guys.
You
Let
talking
me-
about All Star
Let
Weekend?
me enunciate. Is that what it's called? I know what it's called. So yeah, so that movie's been shelved for a couple years now.
Yeah.
And he's just like, the climate, bro's like, I can't release this movie.
Yeah.
And I'm like, no, come on, bro. The climate's that bad. Like that's
Yeah. It is.
Yeah, it is.
It is.
that's ass, bro.
Yes, it is.
That's trash.
Is it that? Are we too sensitive, or is it that?
Hell yeah.
This is
That's sensitive.
hell, man,
Absolutely.
get me
The
started.
sensitivity is
Punk
at
ass
all
dick.
time
People
high.
literally are looking to be mad at something.
Nope.
Like, can they do that? Can like they're going out like, how can I be mad? And it's like, this is fucking
This
dumb.
shit is trash. You say some people go like, that's just shut the fuck up.
Do that.
I mean, easy for us to say, but you know,
you doing that?
Oh shit.
I should have
dude,
took. I
we
should have
got
took that shit.
My bad.
I should have took it, bro. I should
Still
have
mad,
took it,
DC?
bro.
You still mad?
I wanted to
I'm
DC?
looking at the
Like,
clock. I'm like, man, do that.
How do you forget in that?
41 minutes
we ain't
in.
got time
Yeah,
for this.
41 minutes.
How do you forget in that? That's
Everybody
crazy.
thinks DC is so nice and sweet.
Okay, I remember.
The
Someone just said
violence.
Pirates. I couldn't really get through the Pirates, and I tapped out on the Lord of the Rings trilogy.
Oh,
Never
wow.
seen it.
Yeah.
That's my never seen any.
You
of
feel
Lord of the Rings.
guilty about it?
No,
I feel a
It's
little
gotta be
bit.
something y'all feel guilty
feel a
about.
little
Not
guilty.
something you've
but I
never
feel like
seen.
I feel out of the loop. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But if you got no interest in it, it's not the
Like
same.
Star Wars, I watched late. I just watched Star Wars like a couple years ago.
The original.
Not the originals, but like I went back and watched them all. I had seen the first one, and I had never seen any of
You
the
mean
other ones.
episode 4 or
Yeah,
episode 1?
sometimes.
Well, you know the original
70s?
first one,
Okay, episode
and I
4.
hadn't seen the other ones, and
Oh,
then
the when they
which I guess would
rebooted
be
in
5
99?
and 6 now.
Which ones? Yeah, I think so. I was in middle
It
school.
It
I
felt
remember
weird
seeing
when
the
they started
preview.
coming back to me.
They were
I was just
awful.
like,
They
keep
were-
me in Return of the Jedi mode. You know what I mean? Like I didn't.
Yeah.
It felt Star Wars felt like just an '80s thing.
They ruined it.
I disagree.
Oh come on.
Nah, bro.
But I just feel like they fumbled the execution when they brought him back.
Yeah.
But I definitely feel like there's more stories to be told in that universe that's dope. Like Rogue One, that was a good story to tell. On how, what led up to...
Who was that
Kick
about?
Off. That was before the original Star Wars from 77. Rogue One is showing you what happened before.
Before Return of the
Like
Jedi.
how they got the plans to the Death Star.
Oh, okay.
Showing you that. So I think, that was an important thing to show. And it was just interesting to see how Anakin became evil.
he did.
But I
Turn
just
he
feel
is
like
Darth
they-
Vader, right?
Yeah. So
But they
I
made
feel
him-
like they just didn't stick the landing on it.
Yeah.
But story-wise, we would love to see a young Anakin and why he changed and why he became what he became. But it was just stiff.
I'll give it a rewatch.
Yeah.
Endless homework. Pop quizzes and tests to study for. It's back to school season, and my friends at Outschool can help at learning free for your kids. Outschool offers live, online, and interactive classes for kids ages 3 to 18. When the widest variety of subjects and teachers they have, something for any kid. From solving magical math mysteries, which I was trash at, creating unicorn art, or experimenting with edible chemistry. Interesting. Kids can find answers that will fuel their imagination and help them excel at Outschool. Did you know Zebra stripes are unique? Every kid has a unique way of learning. That's why Outschool offers live classes with flexible schedules, learning pods, one-on-one tutoring, and more. Outschool's learning environment is fun, friendly, and connects kids with teachers and other kids from all around the world. A whole community of new friends is just a click away. Set learning free. Head over to outschool.com/issues and use code issues to learn more and save $15 on your child's first class. You're saving $15 to teach your baby. $15 to teach your baby. That's Outschool, outschool.com/issues to save $15 on your child's first class. Outschool.com/issues.
Hey, y'all starting to cut up y'all clips for y'all stand up yet and putting them online? Are y'all doing
I
this?
do it sometimes.
Yeah, I know the chocolate sundaes be.
Yeah, they do it for me.
Yeah, I
I'm
know.
doing it. Yeah. It ain't me doing
With
it.
or without your permission. No, I'm joking. They asked.
I grab my old ones and repost them sometimes.
Yeah.
I'm thinking about.
I grab
doing
more
that.
crowd work or premises I never developed that I don't care about. I'm like,
Yeah.
I got too much shit out, man. So I just be like, all right.
Amir, is it possible to do a separate ad for this?
Film it after.
Because
I
there's
think
no
Lord
ad.
of the Rings is the best trilogy of all time.
That's what
Nah,
you
they
feel.
kind of fumble,
Yeah.
bro, on like the
No, they didn't.
Lord of the
They did not.
Rings.
the last ones.
Nah, hell
The
no.
first one
Are you
didn't
talking
know-
about The Hobbit?
Yeah.
No, that's not the trilogy.
That's true.
Lord of the
That's
Rings
a,
one.
that's a different.
It's separate.
That's a
from
different
it.
story. They went before Lord of the Rings with The Hobbit.
Oh, okay.
The Hobbit is Bilbo's story.
I only
You
watched
remember
part. Only
Bilbo?
watched part one. So
You don't even know what's
it was too
going
long,
on,
bro.
man.
It was just too long.
It
Why
might be
you
the-
say it like you saw it?
Yeah,
That's the problem with
man.
DC. You didn't watch nothing. When I speak on stuff, I
Right.
watched it in its
Lord
entirety.
of the Rings, bro. It was just too long.
He
bro.
said that and hold up. Do you see it? Well,
He
you know.
didn't even see.
What are you talking about?
You know,
I
Loki,
think I got the two.
He was like the last part it didn't hold up. That's the best trilogy of all time.
It's not a trilogy, but I feel like it's the best series, and it's Lethal Weapon. I felt like every Lethal Weapon was good.
Lethal Weapon is undefeated.
Yeah,
And John Wick.
Every
John Wick is
John Wick's
undefeated.
and John Wick.
John Wick is
All right,
undefeated.
John Wick.
I might say John Wick is the best trilogy.
Nah, because John Wick 1, in my opinion,
Okay, I'm
right,
listening. I'm
it's
listening.
not stronger than Lord of the Rings 1. In my opinion,
How?
in terms of just
Wait, somebody said showgirls.
Now you just being
Showgirls ain't
foolish.
even the trilogy.
You're going. I think you're going numbers wise.
No. I'm going. Me watching them in
Back to the
theaters.
Future.
Oh, Back to the Future did not miss.
Yeah, but the third
third one.
Third
The
one.
third
What's the third one? The Western?
A lot of people.
Yeah, that was suspect.
Yeah.
What?
Me
I like
personally,
it.
I like all
like it.
three, but it's not. Here's why Lord of the Rings is the best trilogy in my opinion. All of them were
Share.
strong.
No,
Every
yeah.
single one of them.
Okay.
Super strong.
Okay.
And so the thing with Back to the Future 3, I like the Western, but it was like the weaker of the three. What was that other trilogy
Go out, bro.
that was just mentioned?
John Wick.
Not John Wick. And John Wick was good, but story-wise, it's not as strong as Lord of the Rings.
I can
It's a
respect
simple story. They killed his dog. He back. Okay.
It's not just that they killed his
pedestrian.
dog. It was the last
I
memory of
understand
his...
why, what the importance of the dog was, but it was just like, all right, cool. It was basic. It was
Right.
basic action movie, whatever.
False. Lies.
Yeah.
The character development and all that shit in Lord of the Rings, the first one was just outstanding. And then the emotional weight of it.
Somebody said Toy Story didn't miss. And they
Toy
didn't.
Story undefeated.
They didn't miss.
Toy Story 2
And I
was
was gonna say
a
that, dog.
little weaker than the
thank you.
rest.
It was weaker.
Yeah.
It was good, but it was weaker.
Yeah.
Hence,
Could've done
Lord of the
without
But
it.
I
Rings.
would say Back to the Future 2 is the greatest sequel for me. I know either you gonna say Godfather 2 or
Yeah, I'm
Back
go
to the Future
Godfather
2.
Tony's gonna say Aliens. Too.
But Back to the Future
Aliens 2 is the best
Okay.
movie of all time.
2. I gotta check that
Bad
out.
Boys 2 wasn't bad.
that was
It
a great
wasn't,
sequel.
but the
It was
a great
it was,
sequel,
it
bro.
was 30 minutes too long though. I
Yeah.
remember watching it thinking the movie was supposed to
mashed
end,
up.
and I was like, "Oh, they kidnapped his sister."
Oh,
shit
was
just
just
got real.
That's where I feel
A
guilty
whole
about
new movie started.
Aliens. All of
He was
all
like-
of them.
Oh, you haven't seen none of them?
I've only seen pieces.
Of what?
Okay.
Of what?
Aliens.
That's what I feel guilty
Aliens.
about.
Aliens is
All the
great.
aliens.
Oh, Aliens,
I've
okay.
only seen pieces.
I'll take it.
I actually
Aliens
have
is
to
great.
watch that.
I'll take it.
Let me tell you why I gotta go back to Back to the Future 2. Let me tell you what, Back to the Future 2 was so great because they literally incorporated scenes from the first one into the storyline of the second one.
Right.
So he's doing scenes and it correlates to the first one. I've never seen
Like
nothing like
reshoot
that.
it again,
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah.
I mean, and then do it again.
Oh,
Right.
damn.
And he was already in
execution
the,
was
in the
dope.
past.
Right.
Mhm.
Execution was dope.
Ooh, Terminator 2 was a great sequel.
Yeah.
That was a great shit. Somebody
I might have to give it up to Terminator 2. I might have to give it up to Terminator
is
2.
the second best sequel of all time.
Terminator 2?
Yeah,
I might
that
have
was
to say
special.
Terminator 2. I might have to say Terminator 2.
That was amazing.
Ninja Turtles 2,
Terminator
Secret of the
2.
Ooze, anybody?
Now I will say this
Tony.
about
Yeah,
I can't stand
The first one was
Teenage Mutant
better.
Ninja Turtles 2. Now I will say this though, Lord of the Rings, what Lord of the Rings had on its side is that they filmed it together. So it was a more cohesive piece of work. That's why, to me, it's the best trilogy because they didn't have to start over. They didn't have to, so they were able to shoot it all at once, as opposed to everything else. They had years
That's a
and we had
gamble,
to come
bro.
back. You know, you might have different directors, whatever the case.
I know Peter Jackson lied to him. He said he could get it all done for like 60 mil or some shit like that.
Yeah.
What do you do it for?
That movie was mad expensive.
It had to be at least 90.
Yeah, I think
20?
it was 100 something,
Yeah.
and then they had
Each one?
problems. So, I don't know if each one was 100 something, but it was.
I'll tell you right now.
It was
what
pricey.
it was.
But he told him, he was like, I can get it all done for 60 million, all three.
Yeah. And then
They were like, what a bargain.
Because it is
pass
cheaper
up
to
that
shoot
deal.
like that than to go back and re-up
it
every
makes
time.
more sense to
Yeah.
shoot that way. Yeah.
It's more economical. 'Cause that's why they shot The Matrix 2 and 3 like that. They shot them at the same time. But by that time, it was just like...
Talk about only the first one was good.
Yeah.
That's the only one
I
I'm...
Reloaded.
Nah. It was cool. It
What's
was
that?
different.
That's the second one?
Yeah.
That was number 2.
The first one.
I liked it for the action.
Yeah,
that
okay.
Mech
But the
Warriors
story,
game.
story-wise, I was like, man, what the hell are you talking about, Colonel Sanders?
I like how they was on the highway and they were shooting up the car. No bullet went through. I'm like, all these cars are bulletproof. Like nobody's getting. I'm like,
Oh,
Biggie
yeah.
and Tupac are dead.
Oh, yeah.
But you telling me these machine gun bullets can't go through these cars?
I know we won't agree, but you got to respect Fast and the Furious.
You
Which
gotta-
one?
Not 2, though.
Not 2.
Not
Not
two.
the trilogy-wise.
No.
The after
That's what I'm saying. They
4,
had so many.
it
Like,
picked back up.
Fast
like,
Five
you
is
got-
when
you
it
gotta
got
respect-
you
banned.
got to respect Fast
You
and
can't think
Furious.
of too many franchises that were
No,
able to
right.
do-
Franchise.
you
You
had
gotta
come
respect
back.
it,
I'm not
bro,
in.
yeah.
I'm not in on them, but I respect.
Yeah,
the
you know,
franchise.
we might not like it, but
2
you got to
was
respect
ass, 3 was ass. I don't remember 4 at all.
Let me tell you the good thing about 4.
Fast
Man, I feel-
5 is the best one.
Fast 5
Yeah, I
is when
remember
it came.
5.
Wait, who was the villain in Fast 5? I'm sorry.
The
One of
villain?
them niggas.
Like, who was the bad guy?
That's the point I'm gonna get to.
It was a random
Okay.
drug cartel dude.
La-
And that was the one where The Rock was coming in looking for Toretto.
Yeah.
yeah,
okay.
no, that was good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fast 4, they had Laz Alonso as one of the villains.
Oh, yeah.
He played one of the greatest villains in Fast history, but he was in the wrong one. You know, you know what I'm
He
saying?
need to be the one with the rock was in.
Yeah, exactly. He
Yeah.
was in the wrong one, but
Yeah.
you know he's on the boys now.
Yeah, he's
Laz
killing.
Alonso, yeah.
He's
Mother's
great. He's
Milk.
great on the
I love
boys.
it.
Love that
Mother's
show.
Milk.
Yeah, Mother's Milk. Yo.
Hey, the boys, bro. If you talk about shows that had crept up in my top 5,
Yeah.
I love
boys.
the boys.
I gotta
is
say how they
excellent.
end.
I love it.
But the boys, I said I've not seen a show.
They be
this-
wilding sometimes.
Oh,
but
super wild.
The Boys is excellent.
That
Yeah.
the opening 10 minutes of that season 3, I was like, you niggas.
Oh, y'all, what? But even their storytelling, bro, and that's a good thing about storytelling is that, man, when you see, you just go like, oh, new information, this matters. This new information matters.
Right,
This is a
right.
game changer.
Yeah.
I go like,
Boys
y'all
is excellent.
killing.
It's
It's really
unpredictable.
good.
I don't know
It's-
what's
I
about to happen
never know
next.
what's
and
happening.
Are y'all
it's like-
finished? It's, we're
Uh-huh,
on season
I'm
3,
caught up.
right?
Just finished
Yeah,
season 3.
yeah,
I finished it.
3 full
You tapped
seasons.
out
Tap
on,
in.
I'm on season 1.
Okay.
But I've been
Okay.
on
All
it.
right.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I like
Somebody
the
said the Planet of the Apes trilogy.
Woo,
That's a good trilogy.
That's a good trilogy.
Yeah, it is.
They undefeated.
That's a good
It
trilogy.
is.
They undefeated too. And again, the sequel number 2. That's my favorite one out of those 3.
Mine too.
Was that in
Yeah.
San Francisco?
no,
No,
San
that's
Francisco
the
was
first
the
one.
first one.
The first one.
I think they kind of stayed in the Bay
Yeah,
Area.
they might
Redwoods,
have.
yeah.
But the second one was the one.
I feel the same way about
Wait,
Rush
what?
Hour. Rush Hour 2.
Rush Hour 2 is my favorite.
Because sometimes I feel like they use the first one to set up the story, which is cool.
Yeah.
And then the second one,
They get the rhythm.
yeah, you know.
I
We
always
already
count-
established. You ain't got to establish the characters
Right.
now.
But
I
that's
always
Rush
count
Hour 3.
1 and 2. Yeah, well
Rush
you know,
Hour
hey,
3
you know what,
is
DC?
forced.
You know what,
Forced.
DC? I hated 3. And then I showed my nephew 1, 2. And then I was like, well, we can watch 3. And I can't lie. I enjoy 3. Now that I went back, because I must have watched it with so much hype.
Yeah.
And you know
It's
what I
not
mean?
terrible.
I see that. I see
Because
how
I was
that,
like,
that
oh,
can
it's about to
happen.
be. And then I watched it and
Yeah.
I was like, no, y'all didn't do the.
It's
y'all
not
didn't-
terrible, but
Right.
it's clearly the weakest.
But I,
Yeah.
of course.
Oh,
But then
you
I
talking
went
Rush
That's
back.
what messes
yeah.
up your
Yeah.
trilogy when you have a clear weak link.
Right.
Where you just be like, well.
But
you know.
2 exceeded hype. It's hard to get that third one to exceed. The hype of Rush Hour 3 was crazy.
My ex-girlfriend stood me up. Rush Hour 2.
Damn.
I never forget.
That's why it was so good.
Did you enjoy the movie?
You still went?
I still. Let me tell you. Yes, I went because I was a
Ticket for
loser.
one.
I was already there and
I
I'm
would've
waiting
went
on
too.
her. She didn't show up. So I said, man, I got my ticket. I'm like, what, 16? So, I got my ticket. I'm gonna go see it regardless. Luckily, a girl from my middle school was in there with her family, and I sat with them.
Okay.
Oh man,
You were a complete
That's
loser.
tough, but your stomach was hurt.
Yeah, but that's how funny it was. Think about that. That's how
You forgot
great.
about it.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah.
But I always
You walked
associate
out,
Rush
fuck
Hour.
that bitch.
Yeah, she left me for a basketball player. Fuck her.
That's what happens, bro.
Tall
Rush
nigga.
Hour 2 was fire. The budget for Lord of the Rings was $93 million. The first
Ooh,
one.
I
For
was
the first
close.
one.
The first
So
one.
yeah, he seated for the first one.
Oh, he went crazy.
Well, yes.
It'll be just a little bit, a little something.
Hey, these chairs do be talking on
Hey,
the.
they got opinions.
They be
This
chiming
is so
in.
loud.
Yeah.
Rush Hour. I always count Rush
So if
Hour
you-
1 and 2 as one movie, man.
If you think
I knew that was a
about
scary
it, though,
movie.
1 and 2?
Yeah.
One movie?
It was cheaper to do it the way he did it.
Yeah. It
Because
just
all the
wasn't.
budgets was 93, 94
I don't know
million
if 60
each
mil
one.
was the exact number he said, but it was mad low. Because it might have been.
That's cheap for a movie like Lord of the Rings.
Mm-hmm.
And you got to think, the budget was 94 million. It made 1.1 billion worldwide.
Where'd they shoot Lord of the
Forget
Rings
that.
at?
New Zealand. Yeah.
The whole movie?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, House
So it
of
was
Dragons.
all-
House of Dragons coming together. Have you
Yeah,
been in
I'll
House of
click that.
Dragons?
I like House of Dragons.
You been in
I haven't
there?
seen
I
it
just
yet.
started.
Okay.
Yeah, I just
I gotta
watched, I
watch
watched
it.
one episode.
Okay. What'd you think?
I like it.
It,
a
that
Game of
has its
Thrones
own
head,
nostalgia factor, and I know you
Right.
are. But in episode 2, they gave you the music back. Mm-hmm. They said, we're just going to keep the same music going. Here's your intro.
It made me
dope,
be like,
dope
Yeah.
ass intro.
Right.
Because you spent 10 years with these cats.
Right, bro.
All
I
new
gotta-
people, but you know the family. You
Right.
go like,
Watch
okay.
it. What is it about?
We're just seeing
about
the
the
Targaryens,
Targaryens.
the Valerian, the history of how they got to
Okay. I'll
fall
watch that.
apart.
You
Because
saw
they
the
ruled
first
for a
one, right?
while.
You saw.
Yeah, I finished it.
Okay.
All the way to the Starbucks cup.
I know, right?
I don't want to ruin anything, but
Mad,
who's
mad.
the Mad King? Is he there yet?
No.
Okay,
This
all
is
right.
100 something years before you even got
Four.
there.
Okay, good. Okay,
Okay.
good. Okay.
That was a
Okay,
good
I'll
question,
watch
though.
that.
Yeah.
I forgot about the Mad King.
Yeah, that was the Mad King.
And so even when I looked at like the next coming episode, it seems like this timeline is jumping because from episode 1, episode 2, 6 months passed.
Right.
So I don't know what their plan is. Or are they going to show us all the way up to Daenerys if that's the plan? Because people would love to see. We would love to see the Mad King.
Right. We
But
want to
I'm
see who
like,
he is.
Jamie Lannister gonna look really old if you got to bring him back to kill that cat. He gonna be damn near 50, 60 probably. He's got to be close to 50 now, anyways.
Right.
But I was like, we'll see what happens.
Now they were getting some slack on the black dude with dreads. They were like talking like
Anybody who's black who comes in these worlds, Star Wars, whatever, is gonna catch shit.
Right.
It's just what's going to happen. They were mad.
I had to get used to him. I'm not gonna lie.
Wait, why is he catching heat?
Because he's black.
He's black.
Black.
Oh,
And
shit.
he's in-
Good old racism. huh?
Star Wars has been the worst.
Right.
Star Wars, you bring it.
Oh, yeah.
A black stormtrooper, and then
Yeah,
homegirl
yeah.
who just did Obi-Wan was catching racist shit.
Oh, she was?
Yes.
Bigots, man.
Yeah,
Good
come on,
old
man.
bigots.
bigots. Yeah, straight bigotry.
Bigotry.
She's like
man.
Yale trained and everything. They don't give a damn.
Hell
What's his
no.
name was Friend Zone in Star Wars? Finn.
Who was that?
Dumb.
The black
John
dude.
Boyega.
Oh, she
Yeah.
friends on him?
I mean, he was all about, what's her name? Clearly.
Uh-huh.
What's the main girl in them Star Wars?
Ray.
Name.
Ray.
Is she
You can
doing
just
anything
tell.
else?
But I can tell on her end, it was just, oh, my friend.
Oh wow.
That was the vibe.
He wanted more a little bit.
I feel like he did because he was just too passionate about
They
it.
did nothing with him.
Man, you know what I know for a fact?
So why they just used them?
I think they had a plan for
Because then she
the
ended up
movie.
kissing Kylo Ren.
Yeah,
And
they
then
wound
I'm
up-
like,
they
this
wound up
the-
getting
this the
together.
nigga you like?
Wait, I thought the black dude was the main guy.
No, he's one of the main characters,
In
but
the
I
first
just feel
one.
like he was friend zoned by Ray.
Oh.
That was
So
the vibe.
I wasn't around, but did people have when Billy D was in the first one? Did people have an issue with that?
I don't know.
Well, he was
But
great.
he was super popular too. Then.
He was great. But also, he was one of the original, I think he came in the second one.
Second one, yeah.
So then you go like, oh, introducing him. And he was probably, Billy D had to be really popular.
And
in
they,
those days
and they had
anyway.
aliens and shit. You can't be like, no black guys with aliens.
Shit.
But
But
they
that's
doing
what
that
they're doing
with-
it now,
they
though.
doing
They
that
do
with
now.
Finn.
That's what the black dude was saying
word?
about.
But the Game of Thrones ain't
and
no
the Asian
alien.
girl. They
Oh,
were
they got-
giving her heat
Yep,
too.
sure did.
Oh damn.
But that's what he said about House of Dragons. He was like, it's amazing how people are happy to see dragons, but not me.
Oh, he said that. Yeah.
These biggest, they fine with aliens and all that
Yeah.
shit. Just don't bring no blacks, no Asians.
There were no niggers in the ancient world.
Yeah.
Bro, that's fun.
Yeah, that's funny. When
Good
he
old
said that,
Wick.
a real
Blue
one.
guy with 7 penises. We'll take that.
How is he Valerian?
Woman
He's
with 3
black.
titties, fine.
Fine, but black.
But the
Total
sack
Recall.
and some black
Total
still
Recall.
up.
That's funny,
You want this
bro.
mad questions?
I think everybody remember the first time they seen them 3 titties.
Oh,
Total
yeah,
Recall.
yeah.
I remember my dad looked at me. Like, I was like,
3 titties.
he made me wish I had 3 hands.
The cab driver.
Yeah, he was shady. He was hella shady.
He was so
He
shady,
was
man.
shady, bro.
He played that role though.
I keep saying
I
I'm gonna
got
go back and watch
5
Total
kids
Recall,
to
and I
feed.
haven't. I own it though.
No black people in Avatar? Oh yeah, they were all blue.
No, Zoe Zeldana.
But
Technically.
did that count as being black? Because which name? Laz
She's
Alonso was in there
black,
too.
She's black.
Yeah, Laz was in there.
No, I'm
But-
saying they were blue in that.
But they were blue
Yeah.
in there.
He got
They
killed.
weren't like, yeah, you know what I mean? Like
yeah,
they were.
Damn, he got killed in that too, didn't he? Laz Alonso. He keep downing these franchises too soon.
Yeah.
Laz Alonso.
You doing a sequel?
Damn.
You think you could like fade?
Nah, he
fade
was
the
in,
black before I
what's the
die?
one?
He died
Oh,
in
no,
a
that
show
was just
called
one.
Breakout Kings.
Oh, I ain't see Breakout Kings.
And then he was trash to Regina. What's her name?
Regina Hall.
Regina King in that one movie.
Which one?
One of them black movies about romance and shit.
I tell you
was
what,
it?
he sound like he good luck. I'm finna put him in one of my movies.
He killing
I'm gonna kill him off.
Oh,
but,
he be,
but
I
I, know,
loved him.
I
I
know
loved
I'm
him
gonna
in
be successful.
what was
Take
the one
off.
that Spike Lee did about the war?
Oh, Miracle of St. Anna?
I loved him in that.
Was Laz in Biker Boys?
He might have
Maybe.
been.
I feel
Seemed like
everybody
he,
was in
if
that.
he wasn't, he
He's
should have
not, if
been.
you look at his, he's been in a lot of shit.
Yeah.
He been around.
Yeah, he been around. He a good actor, man.
Jump the broom.
Biker
He's been in,
Oh, Jump
Jump
the
the
Broom.
broom.
I
he
never
been in a lot
watched
of them
it.
shit.
Romantic comedies, man.
Had enough of them.
Yeah.
That's my genre. I'll just be like,
There's only a few
fuck
top tier,
out,
like Hitch.
Yeah.
It's top tier.
Boomerang is my all-time favorite.
there's something
Yeah.
about
Boomerang
Mary
is a
is
solid
the best
rom-com.
romantic comedy of all time.
Which one?
There's something about Mary.
Oh,
That is.
well,
I
yeah.
didn't even.
That's
That
the
movie's
best
so funny.
romantic comedy
I didn't
of
think of
all
it as
time.
a
Me
romantic
either,
comedy.
'cause it was
That
just
movie's
so
all about
funny,
the
bro.
romance,
Bro,
though.
it is, bro.
Yeah.
You say something, yeah.
No, I would say that.
But man, everything else in that genre, I'm picky. Like I like When Harry Met Sally. I like Hitch.
I like Hitch. Hitch a
But-
classic.
Sick of romantic
Hitch is a classic.
comedy,
Hitch
man.
classic? Hitch
Is a
classic?
classic. Stand by that.
Why
It is a
y'all be
classic.
forcing the classics?
Hitch is a
man?
classic.
Classic? Hitch is a classic. No.
I'm with you. Man, me and Justin,
We
bro.
be- I know, we-
We can start our own
Y'all
podcast.
just love saying classic.
Yeah.
We call it classic.
Yeah.
What-
It can't be a
What
classic.
makes a classic for y'all?
This is what makes it classic to me. Are you excited about it? What type of nostalgia does it hold for you? You know, do you remember it with reverence? All of those things.
Is it rewatchable?
Is
Is
it
it quotable?
rewatchable?
Would you like yo? You gotta watch Hitch. Oh, you'll love Hitch.
If you say Hitch, do everybody like it?
and does everybody know it?
If
Yes.
you say Hitch, do everybody like it?
Everybody likes Hitch. Hitch was a good
I don't know
movie.
anybody who doesn't like it.
Exactly.
Yeah, I feel like Hitch is universally liked
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
for the most part.
Might be.
You might find one or two people
Might be a classic. So.
Okay.
what they saying
Hitch
up
is in
there.
there.
Yeah.
They don't even call
My
Hitch
bad.
Will's best movie.
So
That's how many
Well,
classics
yeah,
Will got.
you got some classics.
Will
in
got
this,
classics.
though.
Yeah.
But no, I wouldn't say
This Homegirl's best
everybody
movie?
has to like it for it to be a
what's
classic.
her name?
Because there's some classics that people be like, I ain't feeling it.
I would say the majority.
Yeah.
You see, I don't like Godfather
majority.
1. What does he get to say?
'Cause I feel like
What's his vote matter?
he hasn't seen it.
Yeah, I never seen it.
It was on, but
Bro, it doesn't.
You
It's
lose
just boring.
credibility if you don't finish a movie.
Yeah.
And then I can't.
So that's why we can't. You don't
can't-
watch nothing.
Y'all
so you
judge me
can't-
from my
It was
past.
slow.
You. That's what
I
you
used to be that
You
guy.
just said this
I'm
about
better
watching.
than-
If you
I'm
don't
better
finish
now.
a movie, you lose credibility.
You just said about 10 minutes watching. Me
Time?
Yeah.
I knew it was bad
got
when I
it.
seen them on the poster with the turtles.
Wait,
The Me Time poster.
I didn't.
You want to finish that statement?
You finished it?
I haven't watched it yet.
so did you need to see the Poseidon? Did you need to? I saw the Poseidon. What was the movie that you didn't like?
Poseidon.
I saw Poseidon's fucking trailer and knew I wasn't going to fool with it.
Poseidon.
There's so. I mean, no, the movie that you're talking
Pompeii?
about. Yeah,
Oh, Pompeii.
I saw the trailer and I was like, this is not going to be good. You
It
went.
could have been.
I don't even
The
remember what that
premise
is.
though.
Also, I went because we were movie hopping, and then so I went in for free. I didn't pay for it.
Oh,
But
okay.
It was much easier to walk out that
So you
movie.
can't get
for-
mad
Yes,
at
I
a
can.
free movie that
This
you
is
stole?
shit. This is shit you do.
Yeah, I don't know why you're so angry if you
Yeah.
snuck in.
You know, you
I
can't.
thought you paid for it.
Yeah.
It was still a piece of
We
shit.
glad
movie.
we-
I'm
I'm
not
glad
wasting
we
your
glad.
time.
I thought you paid for
You
it.
stole the
I
movie
thought
and
he
mad.
did too. I don't
Yeah.
remember
It don't.
sneaking
It
in.
don't make it less
Bro,
trash.
you
I
gotta-
should have liked it
You can't have
more.
an
You can't be
attitude about it. You
angry,
can just be like,
though.
oh,
You
I
can't
don't
be
want to see
angry
this.
about
That's
That's
a
all
piece
right.
of shit. I
What
can
did
be
you
mad about a
lose?
piece of
Not
shit
if it
with
was
my
free.
time.
You didn't lose
I could have
anything.
walked
You
in.
didn't
I left
waste no
there.
time.
and
You
went
could
to
have
Toy
went
Story
home.
3.
You
I
didn't
could have
even
went to
waste
see
time.
something
You could have
else.
went
paid.
home.
You did go see something else.
I did. I walked out of it and
You
saw.
could
went
have
in-
paid money to watch a different movie.
Right.
Nobody told you to
Paid
be a thief.
What does that matter with it being an ass movie?
I knew
Because
that.
your
You
passion behind
stole
it,
it.
though, like,
Right.
Because
like,
it was an ass movie.
But
It's like
you- but
complaining
that-
about a stolen sandwich.
Yeah.
This
It's
sucks.
a
You
trash
should've paid
ass
for
sandwich. You
different
got me
shit.
here risking my life for stealing your sandwich.
like I thought this whole time, like you was
Yeah,
like, I
he
wasted my
spent
time.
money.
Yeah.
It got nothing to do with it being an ass movie.
because
bro.
you could just walk out like, oh, this ain't good.
I
You
did
can
say
walk
it's
out because it
ass,
was
but
ass.
it's
the
the anger
passion,
you
yeah,
put
the
in.
You can't be
passion
that
when you
That's how
didn't
fucking
pay.
bad it was.
stole, bro.
Yeah, like
You
That's how-
stole it,
That's
bro.
how bad it was that it was that
It
bad.
wasn't.
I go
It
like,
wasn't
oh.
bad enough for this type of.
Yeah.
anger.
Yes, it was.
not for something for free.
Take it from somebody that saw the whole movie. It's not
Garbage.
bad enough for this
Yes, it
anger.
was.
Not for free. Not for free.
I
Yes,
never
it
seen
was.
Pompeii.
I should like it more
I never
because it was
seen
free.
it.
I should be like, you know what? It wasn't that bad.
Apocalypto. I haven't seen that. I
ain't
feel
seen that.
bad
It's
for
a
not
good
seeing
movie.
it.
It's good.
That's
It's
what I
hella
heard.
good.
great
I always
movie.
wanted to
Hella
see
good.
it.
Because you got to read it, right? You got subtitles.
subtitles.
Yeah.
It's hella
That's what
good.
kept me.
Oh,
away.
it's super
good, though.
great. Oh, super great.
Yeah.
I'm a
That's
Mad
a
Max
class.
is
That's
good.
a classic
What is-
movie.
Mad Max,
Mad
Fury
Max,
Road.
classic.
That shit is good.
Yeah.
Classic. Classic.
Man on Fire. Classic. Classic.
Man on Fire classic?
Classic.
No, I can't
Nah,
put
that's
Man
not
on
a classic.
Man on
That's not a
Fire?
classic.
I
love Man on
Not
Fire.
classic.
I can't
No
say it's
classic.
classic.
No
That-
classic.
Man on Fire is not a classic?
No classic.
Oh,
I
y'all
love Man
tripping,
on
bro.
Fire.
John Q. Classic.
I would
Man on Fire?
I would give Man on Fire classic status.
Over John
Because
Q.
it's rewatchable.
Over John
it's
Q?
quotable,
Every time.
It's dope.
John
I
Q.
don't see why Man on Fire can't be a classic.
It's a
John,
super
John Q.
classic.
I respect.
Like,
I respect the classic.
People still say, I wish
Over
you
John
had
Q.
more time. Like, that scene.
I do know that part.
Bro, that scene.
Y'all see how they dismissing the John Q?
I
John
love
Q was
John Q.
good.
John Q was
I want to
good.
watch it over Man
John
on
Q was
Fire.
the first time in a movie I really felt like I was
Here's what
like,
makes a movie a classic for me. Can I watch it multiple times? I can't keep watching John Q. It's too emotional.
I agree.
I don't make it not a classic. though,
That,
just 'cause
me, yeah, me too. It
just
might
a
have hit your
day.
No,
heart.
I feel that.
Classics, I gotta be able to revisit. That's a big part of a classic to me.
Boys in the Hood is a classic to
Okay,
me.
yes,
but
I
I
can
can't
revisit.
I can't rewatch it because I saw it in theaters as a kid.
Yeah.
And when Ricky got shot, I turned to my mom. I said, "Is he really dead?" She said, "Yeah, baby." So I was
Your
fucking
mama in 1990.
You thought the actor died. You
I
thought Morris
thought Morris
Chestnut really
Chestnut died.
Hilarious.
So it fucked me up, bro. So I was like, damn, this thing. And then it wasn't until Morris Chestnut ended up on a UPN show years later. I said, this nigga's still alive. I thought he was dead all this time.
That fractured your relationship with your grandmother.
Yeah,
You
that
lied
was-
to me.
that my mama.
Oh, your mom. My bad. My bad.
Yeah, baby.
In 1990, your mama was 88.
But I say all of that to say this. That it hindered the rewatchability because it was so graphic for me.
Right.
So I feel like that's so graphic. And there's a scene in what's the dude Morgan Freeman? He a teacher.
Lean on me.
Lean on Me. Classic.
Yes.
There's a scene in the beginning of the movie where the kids are fighting and he's bashing one of the kids' head against the floor until
Oh, yeah.
blood starts coming out. Too much for me. So stuff like that, even though it's a classic, it ruins the rewatchability for me because I'm like, it was too much for me.
I
As a
rewatched
youth.
Boys in the Hood recently, and it actually was better because I'm older, and a lot of the stuff they did, it's actually funny, like a lot more funny than I remember it being, because just the stuff like that kids do, and just the stuff that like Furious said or whatever, like is a part where they left and he was like, what we doing tonight? Where your brother at? And he was like, probably on Crenshaw with the rest of them fools. Like obviously this is a bad idea, right?
And
And then he was like, you want to go? Yeah.
Cool.
Right, right.
He was just like,
And they
you want to go there?
Yeah,
Cool.
so
Yeah.
they just bashed this shit and then was like, but I'm 17. Yeah,
Yeah.
let's go, nigga.
Yeah,
Like,
let's
so
go.
that made me, like, when I
Little
watch it
subtle
back,
scene,
little
too.
subtle stuff, I be cracking up.
Yeah.
Like, why he lied to us. He made up that whole scene. That whole
Yeah,
sex
about his
story.
losing
Just because he
virginity.
didn't want to admit he was a virgin.
That's
So this
a
nigga
real-
came up with a whole story.
That's real life.
I'm like, what are you doing?
Yeah. Boys in the Hood holds up.
Oh, I love it.
It does.
That movie's amazing.
Yeah, it's, like I said, it's hard to go back after you watch Don't Be a Menace. I can't take it
watched
serious.
it.
I
Easy.
Surprisingly, though, as well as they did Don't Be a Menace, I could still go back to Boys in the Hood and take it serious.
I can't take Angela Bassett's hair. Ever since Vivica Fox's hair, when Angela Bassett is talking, I don't take her combo serious in the car.
That's mad funny. Yeah. Boys in the Hood, though.
Yeah, I love that movie.
Classic.
They said, what's your definition of a cult classic?
I feel like Office Space is a cult
Yeah.
classic.
Napoleon Dynamite, Office Space.
It's
Yeah,
gotta be like
Napoleon.
it has a following for sure. Like people love that movie.
Yeah. Big Trouble in Little China is a
Nacho
cult
Libre.
classic.
Nacho Libre.
That's
I would
super funny,
agree.
man.
Yeah, cult classic.
Because there's some movies I'll be like, y'all like this shit? And then.
Because everybody
you'd be
don't like it. See, that's
Right.
the cult
That's the
classic.
cult. That's what
Right.
it comes
The
to cult.
majority doesn't like it.
Right.
The masses
Maybe-
don't really like it, but it's
It's
a
a-
core group that
Yeah.
man, we love this shit.
Everybody
man.
love Office Space, though, right?
No, it's a small film. A lot of people haven't even seen Office
Yeah, I
Space.
think that's the problem.
I don't know
A lot of
anybody who
people
doesn't
haven't
like it
seen
though. That's seen it.
Yeah, but everyone who's seen it be
Yeah.
like, that movie was hysterical.
I think that is the other factor, though. How
Yeah.
many people have seen it?
Right.
Yeah. You
It-
never see cult classic said about a huge monster
Right.
hit. It's
Right.
usually like, the small numbers.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree with that.
So there's a lot of cult classic movies out there.
What's a black
Black
movie?
Dynamite. Black Dynamite might
That's
be a
a
cult
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 classic.
classic
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
the masses haven't really seen it, but
No.
anybody
Right.
that watch it,
Man,
like,
they
so
know,
funny.
yeah.
That shit
What's
is gold.
a black movie that you want to admit you don't like that you supposed to like or like that's
Oh, it's
considered a
mad
classic?
movies, man. Shit. Where do I begin?
A black
A
movie.
black movie that I'm
They've been
supposed to
mentioning
like.
movies in this chat that I seen, but I'm just like, all right, is one and done like Tripping?
Tripping was so fucking
that's funny.
funny,
Tripping
bro.
was funny. Tripping
was
bro.
funny as
Oh my
hell, bro.
God.
Had moments.
Tripping funny, bro.
Had moments.
It's
Tripping
little
funny.
shit, bro. It's so funny.
Tripping is
Tripping.
funny,
That
bro.
movie
I haven't
is
seen
funny.
Paper Soldiers is a cult classic.
Oh, Paper
Oh.
Soldier is super cult classic.
I got Paper Soldiers, Kevin Hart's best work
Low key,
to me.
that and 40-Year-Old Virgin scene.
Yeah.
40-year-old virgin scene
He
was
stole
incredible.
that. He stole
Yeah.
that scene.
But I'm not mad at
Tripping
that.
hella
Yeah.
funny.
Like Kevin Hart legit made me laugh in Paper Soldiers. Like I
was
was
great.
like, he's
Yeah,
funny.
I saw that
I have to
later
rewatch
on.
it.
I was like, I
That
gotta
was his
watch
Money
it.
Talk. Money Talk. Chris Tucker in Money Talks
Yeah.
Yeah.
He
is
was,
pound for pound the funniest comedic acting.
he was
I've
firing
seen.
on all cylinders in
Yeah.
that movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You could tell he was on his A game.
Yeah.
Beat
Right.
your ass.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. That's
He was
one of my
firing on all
favorites.
cylinders on that
Well,
movie.
Undercover Brother, it's a cult classic.
Yeah, I thought. Yeah, Undercover
was.
Brother cult classic. I
How
fuck with
high?
that.
How high is that?
I like How High.
Yeah.
Soul Plane.
Get 'em.
Nah, they was trying too hard.
People
Yeah.
hate. I feel like Soul Plane gets a bad rap because people go like, "Oh, it's buffoonery, is this?" And I go like, "It's a spoof of Airplane for
Airplane.
one, and it's a spoof of our black culture at the time. It's a heightened comedy version, and I feel like people took it way too seriously. And I'm like, this is supposed to be silly. It's supposed to be ridiculous.
Yeah.
I
Well, I
always
think-
found Soul Plane funny because I was like, we know this is ridiculous.
Yeah, I found the parts of it funny, but like, again, when people go too much, I'd be like, all right.
No, man.
Like,
When he came
all
on
right,
hydraulics on that
nigga.
airplane bouncing, I said, that's fucking funny.
See, to me, that was low hanging
that's a-
fruit. Like,
yeah,
yeah, I
but-
would be
but
like,
that's
I'd be
the
like,
point of it.
Jokes
That's-
is too easy.
Sometimes
Yeah.
I like low hanging
This
fruit.
is too, bro.
I like a good doo-doo joke sometimes. You see how you laugh? You see how you giggle?
But
I have
that's
children.
that's the point of it, bro.
That's the point. See, this is what
I
gets
didn't
me
like
sometimes
Soul
when
Plane.
critics are too crucial on movies that are easily supposed to be stupid movies.
It's supposed to be a stupid
So it's
silly.
like, I don't understand. Like, even if they was like talking mess about like a scary movie, like it wasn't highbrow enough. It's like,
Right,
scary.
right.
Critics suck when it comes to comedy,
Right.
especially
Right.
black comedy.
Right.
So it'd be like, man, shut up.
They don't even get it, so
Yeah.
they don't.
It's not for you, critics.
That's
We,
why I
we
feel
can
like
chew gum on this. We can
But
chew-
Soul Plane didn't do it for me.
No, I Soul Plane had
The Watch,
parts.
the Watch
About to say, nigga, I wanna chew
disappointed me.
gum.
Yeah,
The Watch wasn't good.
The Watch disappointed me.
The
I
Wire
was
had his
like-
moments.
The Watch?
It
Watch?
just,
I didn't like
it just had a couple funny moments.
The new
with
one, the remake
Yeah,
with
the remake
Eminem.
with,
Oh
Dr. Dre
yeah,
and
I was
Snoop.
like,
Yeah.
with Snoop. Yeah.
I was like, nah.
Nah.
DJ Pooh was hilarious in The Wash.
He was good.
Yeah.
But he wasn't in it long.
Yeah.
He was funny, and then in the beginning when he was like, "Go on in there," he's like, "I don't know them niggas." Just that moment right there.
You know what's a classic that people forget is a classic?
Justin Hires is classic.
What you got?
8 Mile.
8 Miles a classic.
8 Mile.
I never go back and watch that actually.
8 Mile, but that's because they don't put it on. But I guarantee you, if it's on TV,
I know it.
You know it.
I don't know if
know
I can
it.
give it classic.
Yeah.
Classic. What?
Yeah.
That was a monster hit, bro.
Everyone, you remember Papa Doc.
Clerks is overrated.
You remember Spaghetti.
I like how you just.
Because
No. I just
we
said
can read
somebody said
that.
Oh,
Clerks.
okay.
I'm looking at Clerks is overrated.
If it wasn't for the rap scenes at 8 Mile, 8 Mile would have been
Without the
just-
song, I don't
Yeah,
know
it
if we
would've
care
just
about
been-
it.
Y'all
Like
hilarious.
that. But I
Without
like
the rap
the
scene,
movie.
it was a
though.
whole.
8 Mile
that
was good though.
I like the movie. Though.
That's what it was about.
Yeah.
What are you talking
8
about?
Mile was
Man,
good.
that baseball movie was sucking. But they didn't have all that baseball. What are you
I
talking
can't dab
I thought he was
DCL.
saying
for
I
what
when
he
said
he
if
said
it
big.
wasn't for the rap scenes.
That's what's the
That's what
point.
the movie's about.
Yeah,
Bro,
it's
that
don't
literally
make sense.
about-
But
no,
his
it's
girl
literally
was
it makes
cheating
about-
perfect
on him.
sense.
His girl was
Yeah.
cheating.
What's
8
Waterboy
Mile
without
is
the
good.
football?
I just
Yeah.
can't
8
give
Mile
it
was nice.
classic.
Wait, but what is the movie going to be about without the rap scenes?
I'm just saying. If it
Breaking
wasn't for
without the
that-
dancing.
No, I'm just saying if it wasn't for the, I was like,
Little Giants
But that's
without
what
the
it's
football.
about. Yeah,
There
like
was no storyline. There was no good storyline to 8 Mile.
What? You
It was basic. It was.
He was
pretty-
struck. It's his
It was
story.
just basic.
He's
okay.
It's an underdog story.
I
It's a
thought the
fish out
story
of
was
water
pretty
story.
solid.
It was
You
solid.
You gotta lose it. Come on.
Oh, wow, bro.
yourself.
Lose yourself.
Hey,
Don't
man,
be
it's
this
good.
way.
But it's not a
Deep,
classic.
no, deep down
It's
inside, you know it's a
definitely
classic.
a
No, it's not a
So
classic.
Eminem's
It was good.
acting was good in
Eminem
that.
Yes,
solid.
that's what I'm
Actually,
about to get to.
actually it was.
Eminem was solid.
That's
not.
Yes, it was.
I believed Eminem.
Hey, DC, you watched the whole movie?
Yes.
All right, man,
Eminem's
you gotta
acting
take
was
it.
not
Yeah,
good.
yeah,
in
yeah.
that.
I was like, did you see it?
I'm gonna go out on a rope.
I feel like he only watched the rap scenes
on YouTube.
I'm
yeah.
gonna go out and say this.
Eminem's acting was not
Eminem's
good.
acting is Eminem's acting in 8 Mile is better than Mark Wahlberg's acting in Boogie Nights.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You said that like it was gonna be a tough decision.
Well, I see why you thought it might have been because people love Boogie Nights.
love
it's,
Boogie-
a, it's a
I
better
don't-
movie than him.
I don't get
as a,
Boogie
Yeah, it's a
Nights.
better
I don't
movie.
get the
Yeah.
hype.
It was nakedness.
I don't
It was
get the hype
sex.
on Boogie
That's
Nights.
I
what
just
it-
rewatched it. It was the nakedness.
Yeah,
I don't
it's
get
a
the hype.
kid.
And his
It's-
penis.
I don't get the hype
Yeah,
on Boogie
yeah,
Nights,
yeah.
The Big Lebowski. I don't get the hype.
Yeah, Boogie Nights is a good movie. I just rewatched it like 2 weeks ago.
We need to do a poll and
On
see
what?
if Eminem's acting was solid in A Mile.
Eminem
It
acting
was.
is
To
shit.
me, it was
Eminem,
great.
he
could
should
do
be
a poll
doing way
right
more
here.
acting because
Yeah.
he's a much better actor than
Don't even say it.
he is.
Don't
he
you
should be
do
doing
it.
way,
Don't you
stuff,
do
way
it.
more stuff. He turns down a lot of stuff. He was supposed to do that. Remember that movie Elysium? With
He's
Brad,
not a much
what's his
better
name?
actor than rapper, bro.
I didn't say that.
What were you going to
I'm
say?
about to say.
What were you gonna- what were you gonna say?
You were about to
He's
say
the
that?
best selling rapper of all time.
Yeah.
I mean, come on, man.
What were you going to say?
you can do a poll right here?
Man, we do poll.
Oh, we can do polls this whole
Pull
time.
it up.
Man.
Cue
That
it
gave,
up.
that gave this a whole new element to the show. I didn't know we could do
Relax.
polls.
We can do
Shout out to
polls
that.
right here, right now.
Yeah, this is what I need.
Eminem acting.
All right, let's see.
Was that the question though?
No one cares about the grammar.
And y'all be
Wait,
yourself.
what was the
Don't go
question?
I
against.
guess so.
Don't go against
Is
me. Y'all be
Eminem's
yourself.
acting
What you
good at 8
saying?
Mile?
D?
Let's go,
Yeah,
man.
I
Weigh
didn't know
in.
we could do this.
I'm about to say yes.
Yeah, I say yes for sure.
I got yes.
I think everyone was actually surprised at how great of an actor he
He was
in the
just a
movie.
natural in it. It was just.
Nah,
Nah,
his
he was
story.
himself. Boom. He wasn't.
Let me
doing,
tell you something.
Thank you,
67%.
People disrespect being yourself.
bro. It wasn't nothing
Not
special
everybody
he
can be
did.
themselves.
Oh, you getting
in a
killed right
movie.
now.
You getting killed. You getting slaughtered.
Murdered.
Yeah.
Goddamn murder fest
can't
right
see.
here.
Hold on.
75%.
Put them glasses on.
Put them specs on.
You are being
Damn.
whack-a-mole around here.
72 was Eminem's acting good in 8 Mile.
You gonna read the whole thing?
No.
Keon Polly just now 40 videos.
Oh, you voted?
No, I didn't
Oh,
vote.
that's hilarious.
I
if
didn't
you
vote
did.
I didn't vote.
But I will vote.
Okay. So we've proven. Oh no.
Okay,
Drop down
okay.
to
They
60.
come back. They come back to 30%.
Hold on.
That's DC girlfriend or some shit in the chat.
She got mad account.
y'all can't lean on he was just himself. That's not fair.
Well, you can't give him the rules.
No, I'm saying like you
Acting is
can't, you
acting.
can't say, "Oh, you're just being yourself." That's still
So, okay,
That still
so you
doesn't
like the
negate-
bodyguard? Whitney was just playing her.
He's playing the singer.
I didn't. Whitney's acting in The Bodyguard was suspect.
She can act though. Waiting to exhale.
know.
In The
She
Bodyguard,
can
it was
really
suspect.
It wasn't nothing memorable.
No, she got better as an actress.
Right.
Wait to
No,
exhale.
Like
is
Kevin
cla-
Costner had to step down to her level.
Waiting to exhale.
Was it what? A classic?
Classic.
Definitely
Classic.
I have to rewatch it.
What the? We need more black women on the show.
It's definitely.
Denzel be himself all the time, and is considered one of the best actors.
Ah, Denzel, that's different.
Why is that different?
Why
Why is that different?
Why?
DC?
Denzel, that's different, bro.
Why is that?
Eminem, look
Because
at
Denzel
Eminem.
has established a style of
Look at
acting.
Eminem in the Watch.
He's established a
Because
style
he
of
can't
not
not
acting.
in
being
the watch.
himself.
Look at
Right.
Eminem in the Watch.
He kills
being
it.
his-
Is he
Right.
like he wasn't 8 Mile?
Eminem in what?
The
The
Watch.
Wash when he played the deranged.
Is he the
He was
same?
good in. No, he was good in. He was good in the
He
Watch.
kills. He's a good actor.
Yeah, he was good in
So
the
that
Watch.
shows you range.
No, I'm talking about in 8 Mile. It was just
It's
he was
his
in
life
Will
story.
that
He
did
was
that.
more
Yeah.
subdued in
Yeah.
8 Mile.
They said Samuel Jackson always play himself.
Denzel is
Sam
just
Jackson was
blind.
the same guy for a whole career. Come
Because
on, man.
I get what they're saying.
What?
You lost, DC. You lost.
I'll
We
tell you,
can put the-
I'll
we can-
own-
Wait, DC,
We can end
you
this
still got a
poll.
chance?
I lost my poll.
Samuel L. Jackson's always himself. People love it.
Yeah. So himself shouldn't be a knock on the performance of the movie. The purpose of the movie is: do you believe what the character is saying
DC Max
and what
did a
they're going
biopic.
through?
No,
Is
I
the
just
character
thought
propelling the movie
when I watch
forward?
8 Mile now, I'll be like, when I watched it
Soul
then,
Food
I
is a
was like,
classic.
this was corny.
Case
You
in
know?
point,
What?
Prince played himself in Purple Rain.
Classic.
His acting was horrible.
Awful.
Classic. though.
Classic.
He played
Classic.
himself.
Classic.
He was horrible in Purple Rain.
Classic bad movie. Classic terrible movie.
Classic.
So
Love it.
is Purple Rain a classic because it was,
We just love it.
It's a
It's
classic.
so
It's
shitty.
a classic, but
because of the
love it.
album or because of the movie?
the movie. movie. The movie.
Come on.
The music is the movie, though.
Yeah.
Iconic scenes.
Come
That's
on.
another thing
Yeah.
that makes something a classic.
The music is the
iconic
movie.
scenes.
Yeah.
You can't have that movie
The
without
Bodyguard,
the
the
music.
music is the movie.
Yeah.
The music is the movie.
Well, no,
No,
I
you
can't
can't-
say that about
right.
Bodyguard.
I mean, a lot
It's a
of
part
it
of it, but
is
you
a
can
big
still have
part.
that movie without music.
You could, but
But Purple Rain is literally the music.
Hey, GC, you got
So
69%
if
now.
Purple Rain didn't have that album, are we saying this is a
But like,
this is a good movie?
acknowledge what I said though.
No, bro.
Prince played himself,
He
and he
did.
was terrible.
awful.
He was bad.
He was okay.
Eminem played himself,
It
but
was
he was
good.
good.
He was
Yeah.
great.
Eminem was okay, bro. It wasn't nothing. You're only from Detroit, so you're gonna be
only
like.
from
Of course you're
Detroit.
gonna be like.
Ouch.
Of course you're gonna be like. But it was okay, bro.
Nah,
What's
he
the
good, he
comedian?
good.
I know a comedian. He said Chris Tucker wasn't that good in I think he said in Friday. He was like, what are you talking
Nah,
about?
he's
And
tripping.
Friday?
Yeah, I said, what's going on?
They
here?
just
Who was
trolling.
it?
He's like, well, anybody can do that. I said,
said
I don't
that?
think anybody can do
They
that.
just
No.
trolling.
No, who
Yeah,
said
he
it?
just
Who was
trolled.
it?
Yeah,
I
he
ain't gonna
did.
throw him under
Who
the
was
bus.
it,
We
man?
all know him. We all know him.
Need to get
31%.
By heartbeats.
Purple Rain is
Can
a
we
guilty
end this
pleasure.
poll? Can we close this? Can we shut this shit down?
Yeah, we can shut this down. We can close this.
NDC's embarrassment right here.
Yeah, we can
I'm
end
gonna
that.
make a comeback.
We can click no. We clicking that. Iconic scenes, iconic lines.
And for the listeners, and not everybody's on the YouTube, the poll was 69% yes.
Blah blah blah.
and really it was about 70. Really it was 70-30 for the majority of the time.
Here's
Numbers.
Here's a more interesting poll that I want to know about, Amir. I want to know about this from earlier. What do y'all prefer, Goodfellas or The Godfather?
Yeah.
Godfather for me.
Here's
for
my
sure.
problem
That's
with
an
here's
interesting
my
poll.
only problem with this is that when I think of Godfather, I put 1 and 2 together.
Yeah.
Is that not fair? Because if you put I put them they're together to me, so
Yeah.
they kill Goodfellas, but that's
Well,
why.
you had to do Goodfellas versus 1, and then
Honestly,
Goodfellas versus
Goodfellas, well,
Godfather 2, I
Goodfellas,
guess.
Godfather 2.
I'm
bro.
honestly have to say I've watched Godfather. I mean,
I've watched Godfather
Goodfellas.
so many
I
times.
watched Goodfellas more than Godfather.
It's easier to watch more often.
Yeah,
I have the
I heard that
piece
too.
of so I watch it all the time.
Godfather.
You got
I
to
own
think
it, too.
about this. Let it marinate
What's the question?
your soul.
Oh,
The
let
better
him-
movie?
yeah.
Goodfellas or
See,
Godfather?
I respect
definitely
it.
going Goodfellas.
I respect Goodfellas. 'Cause I've seen it more. I've sat down and watched it more.
Goodfellas is way more watchable.
More digestible. It's
all in.
easier. It's easier to digest.
What's the question?
Because
Is
every
it a
time I
better
watch
movie
Godfather,
or
I
just
pick up on more
preference?
stuff too that I missed the time before. Like who's who, what. Like it's so much story.
Because for me, like I
Right.
know The Godfather is a better made film from a writing standpoint. Just epic. I can't even disrespect what Martin did on Goodfellas though, because that shit was epic. To tell the story from as a youth and then how he was directing everything. So that was a pretty epic
It's a
filmmaking.
great movie.
But the way Godfather was constructed, and for the sequel to be that seamless, even though it wasn't made at the same time, it feels like they made that shit simultaneously.
Goodfellas beating
But
Godfather.
Goodfellas,
Yeah,
Goodfellas,
beating
is
it
soccer-
down.
71%. Oh, 67. How dare you? 67% to 33% right now.
But I think with Godfather, I think there's a lot more people who don't have the patience to do it.
I think that's what it is because this is long.
Yeah.
I want to ask
It's
an
super
older
long.
crowd. Somebody's in it.
Like if Godfather out the gate, somebody would have got their throat slit. People would be like, "Oh,
I thought it would be
shit."
closer.
That's true. I thought it would have been
I
close.
thought it
would've
was
been
gonna be
closer.
closer too.
Yeah.
I didn't
Yeah.
know it was gonna be heavy Goodfellas like this, but
But you know what it was like that? I remember a long time ago I posted on Facebook, what's your favorite sitcom? I said Martin or Fresh Prince. And they were literally even. But all my life, just because I love Fresh Prince. That's in
Yeah.
my top 10. And it probably was in my top 5 at one point, for sure.
yeah.
So I was expecting still Martin was going to come out. Because just in culture, I felt like I always heard Martin was the funniest.
Yeah.
But when I seen Fresh Prince, I was like, gotta respect it. So I
Fresh
said,
Prince holds up better than me. It's
Yeah, that's what it
it's,
is.
it's
And there was
it's
no drop
better-
off.
It was better written,
no drop off.
Yep.
I can say no drop
They
off.
ended before they was like, "Let's shut it down."
and like we were saying earlier, the surrounding cast around Will didn't turn into Will.
And
true.
everybody got better. Shit,
Uncle
did.
Phil,
Will got
Uncle
better.
Phil was Uncle Phil,
Right.
Carlton was Carlton,
Right.
Hillary was Hillary, Will was Will.
What season Carlton
Jeffrey
went
was
from
Jeffrey.
being very smart to a goofball?
It had to be like season
He stayed.
3,
He
bro.
stayed smart though the whole time.
He was smart. He never was dumb.
No, but he got
turned-
mad silly.
He got silly though. He got
Yeah.
super silly.
He got silly,
had
but
to
he
be like
stayed
season
smart.
3.
He was
Oh,
always
never mind.
smart.
I listened to Will Book. This is what he said actually. It was when Will did a movie. I think it was that. What's that
6
movie?
Degrees of
6
Separation.
Degrees of
Yeah, he did say that in his
Separation.
book.
And he said he was so
Still
into
in
that
that
character,
character.
method acting, he couldn't remember how to be funny. And so that's when Carlton, basically, Alfonso Ribeiro had
Took
to
the
come
load.
in
Oh, wow.
and start
And
being
carry-
funny
he's
and
a
carry
carry
the show
comedy.
Oh, wow.
until he was able to get his funny back.
Oh,
Yep. So that's
Never
actually
knew.
what it is.
Never knew.
But
Yeah.
I loved it. Carlton used to have me
Oh,
in.
he was a
Carlton
beast.
is a great character.
a great,
Carlton is one of the
yeah.
best
I
TV
hate-
comedy characters
I
of
hate
all
that.
time.
For sure.
It's fucked up that his career doesn't reflect that.
Right.
Because even when he did maybe later on he did In the House, it was
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
forever Carlton.
You know what
Yeah,
it is?
it
This
sucks,
is-
but that's
this is
just
what
what
I
it is.
always say, man. His issue in Jaleel White, if they would have done stand-up comedy, so people would have known who they were,
Yeah.
I feel like they wouldn't have got stuck in that box. But I feel like if people only associate you
Yeah.
with that TV show, that's what they're gonna see you as.
Right.
But if even if podcast was popping back then,
Yeah.
if they was able
Right.
to have something for people to be like,
Something,
no,
yeah.
this is who they really are,
Right.
it wouldn't be as big of an issue.
Or
But-
or another movie or something. They did that, and it was like even though Jaleel had behind the scenes, he was doing voiceover
Yeah.
work and all this, but
Don't nobody
people
see
was
that.
like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
because they tried to give him a show. I remember
Grown-ups.
Yeah, I saw that.
Grown-ups, it was something.
it's something, and I
I
was
forgot
like,
the name
eh.
of it.
I think it was called Grown-ups.
Yeah.
Grown-ups was solid. What I remember.
Jaleel's a beast. Think about how big of a beast Jaleel. Think about this. Somebody to be that young,
Yeah, he was a
Yeah.
to
child.
be
He was
that
killing it,
strong
man.
comedically.
He was killing it.
Also, Rich, I ain't fucking around when I'm saying this. Only Eddie Murphy was that funny, that young. He was before Eddie Murphy in age, is what I'm saying. To be that strong
He was
comedically
carrying
Right.
the show.
to carry a show
When
like
they
that.
changed the whole show around this kid,
That was crazy.
Yeah,
They had to.
they had
He
to.
was
Yeah, they had
killing.
to. When as soon as he hit the screen,
I
it was
remember
like,
the first because I was watching Family Matters in real time.
Yeah.
So I remember
Me
the first time he came on the show, I was like, man, that kid was funny, man.
Man.
Oh,
I was happy
wow.
to see him come back. And I was just like, and then
Johnny Cheese.
then it turned into,
That shit was just so
I bailed
funny.
out on Family Matters.
They moved
though.
him in
I
the
was just
house.
Like, man, I don't know what's happening. Once they
Oh,
time
it-
traveled and they was
Oh,
on a
yeah.
pirate ship, I was
Yeah.
like,
And
I'm
they
out.
switched networks the
Ridiculous.
last season too.
I'm out.
Where'd they
man.
go?
Like NBC or
They
something.
changed the mom too that last season.
Who they
Yeah.
go
Some
to
light
now?
skinned lady.
Always a light skinned lady.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. It got
And Family Matters is a spinoff.
Were they jealous?
Right.
Oh, they were a spinoff of what's your name? Right?
Perfect Stranger.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Perfect Stranger. About
She worked in the elevator, right?
But I'd like to say
Go for it.
it's a spinoff of Die Hard.
I know. Right.
Carl's like,
Well, yeah, he talked about that though.
He went to Chicago. He got a transfer. You know, LA was getting too hot. He went to
You know what else he
Chicago.
played a cop in that I just watched? Turner and Hooch.
Oh,
He's a
played
cop
that?
in that too.
he loved
I ain't
being a
seen that
cop,
movie
man.
in
with Tom Hanks.
Yeah, he was Tom Hanks' partner or whatever, a friend
I
in
remember
that
Turner
movie.
Hooch.
You gonna
Huh, I
call
gotta
it a
watch
classic?
that.
Huh?
You gonna call it a classic?
Not classic.
Okay.
Die Hard. Classic. Die Hard's a classic.
Hey, man, take this.
You know
punk-ass
why
pole
Die Hard
down,
3
man.
works?
Huh?
Idiots.
Die Hard 3 worked
Goodfellas,
because-
baby.
Goodfellas, baby.
Goodfellas.
Oh, man.
Die Hard worked. Die Hard 3 worked because the director came back.
Oh, okay.
John McTiernan didn't do the second one.
Oh, well, there you
So
have
they,
it.
they was probably trying to rush it together. I liked it, but I know it's the weakest of
Hey,
the
watch
three.
Mark this
It's the
down.
weakest of the three for sure.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go back and watch that.
We
That's
did,
why.
we did all movies this podcast.
did.
Man. We
I
are
know.
back with another episode of Daddy Issues. we got Justin Hires here. Filling in for Craig. in case
Hey,
you didn't
I know people like, who is this
there
guy?
was no intro.
I
You
know,
what I'm
right?
saying? He is a dad as well.
I'm a dad. I got a
Tell
daughter.
the people about your father. You got what you got.
I got a daughter. Name is Jai. She's a beautiful soul, hilarious. She's like a little girl version of me.
How old
And
is
she's 9 now.
9
years old, man.
You had that girl
I
9
remember when
years
she
ago?
didn't exist.
I know,
know,
right?
right?
And
Me too.
I'm gonna start posting stuff. She wants to start doing like YouTube stuff,
Yes.
so I'm gonna make sure she's doing that.
You was waiting for her to be like,
Yeah, I was waiting for. But I started posting. Tony, he gave me
be
some
on you
advice.
all the
You
time,
know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But yes, I'll be posting them more and stuff like that. But yeah, I did want to wait for her to actually want to be seen and stuff like
Right.
that.
Yeah.
But she likes posting stuff, so and likes being on my stuff. So yeah, man.
Yeah, Justin
man.
wasn't hiding
Sky's
his,
the
his
limit,
kid
man.
from the world. He was.
Nah, I wasn't. People thought
What was that?
I kind of was in the
Right.
beginning because that was this decision my wife and I made
Right.
because she didn't want everybody in our business like that.
All right.
And that's when I was on TV and stuff like that, and I was like, I gotta have something to myself. I felt like everything was public. And
feel you.
so anyway, so that was a discussion we had. But once Jai started saying she wanted to do YouTube and BC and stuff. Then we felt more comfortable.
Right.
And then still though, also advice that Tony gave me. You know what I'm saying?
I'll be like, man, we want to see you.
I feel like I'm getting better at that though. I feel
way
like,
better.
yeah.
My daughter's all
If you notice, I
on
purposely
YouTube.
comment on those ones.
I appreciate
He
it.
said I purposely.
Wait, Chad, you don't post Izzy either though, right?
I think I'm going to now because when I started doing the lives, man, it was one time we were making a sandwich and she was like, I put the phone on just to record us, and Izzy was like, "Hi everybody," but she watches the shows with these kids who do that, and so she was like, then when I was like, okay, we're gonna end it. She was like, bye. And I was
like and subscribe.
Yeah, dog. And so the more I started recording her, and so then one time we're at the park, and she's like, I'm recording, and she's like, "Hi, welcome to Izzy's Club Show." And I was like, man, Izzy kind of has a knack. Like she kind of just had this knack for this. And so even like when I'm on the live, when people aren't there, Izzy hops on. She's so, I'll be like saying something to her, and she'll look at me, and I'm like, I'm trying to talk to the people, and she's like, okay, and then she'll, we'll do that, you know what I mean, and she just kind of gets it. So then I was like, damn, dog, maybe she just gets it. I was like, she might just get it right now.
Yeah.
And so. And it's something we do together, which I like. I love that. So I was like, all right, well, she just watches. She watched all my videos. Every video that she's on, she won't even watch YouTube anymore. She'll just watch the videos that we do of her.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's dope.
And we do so many now that she's just like, she doesn't even watch these other kids so much. She just like watch them.
that's
She's
like,
like,
Daddy, what's tossing salad?
what was
Scroll to the next
let's go
video.
make a salad right now.
Yeah.
That's what's up.
So
bro.
anyways, yeah.
Yo in there.
I feel you. What's up,
What up,
Toots?
yo?
What's happening?
Yeah.
Oh, my baby. Oh, my baby. It's my wife, Justin, by the way.
DC,
Bro,
you
what's
got a
happening?
question this week?
No, I don't have a question.
Okay.
I don't want to force it.
Sabrina had one.
Oh, okay, what is it?
She said, y'all should do this on Daddy Issues.
Let's see.
Stomach.
Something. Swallow
It
something.
was like a.
I heard something.
Not the
I was-
stomach, it was like the neck. Whatever noise.
I was like, just let it happen.
It was on the mic.
I wasn't gonna say nothing, but Keon did a look.
Yeah, let it
Throw
out.
Keon on the bus. Keon did a look. I said something.
All right, someone goes missing, and you guys are hired to find them. Who would be the lead detective and why?
Like family member, she's asking.
Like we have a detective agency?
Yeah,
This is-
TV or what?
She just said someone goes missing.
Someone
I'm
goes
a-
missing, and we're hired to find them. Who's
Yeah.
going to be lead detective?
Tony or DC. I would want Tony or DC to lead my. They're gonna be probably
I'm a-
Tony.
If I can't find something, I can't focus on shit else. Even around the house, like, man, where my glasses at? Like, anything I lose, I'll be like. So I think you would want me on the case.
Yeah, I'm gonna take Tony.
I'm gonna find.
I'm not-
Oh, so she's saying out of the group.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, got you.
I don't. Me and Chaz don't care enough about stuff. So there's no point in us leading
100%
the.
Right.
And we're not. To find stuff, you got to be a certain type of nosy. You got me and Chaz be. We're gonna be trash.
What else? What other cases they got?
Yeah, like
This
we're
is
gonna
unsolved mysteries.
We're gonna be trash.
I
I
know-
would want. He would be focused. He would be asking questions. He would be.
You nosy though.
Yeah.
Huh?
You nosy.
But I'll be.
You be in.
It sounds like effort.
Yeah.
Once you hit a certain amount of effort, I'm like,
I'm like, I'm not I'll if the information is provided, whatever. Like, oh, what happened? But I really want to know.
Yeah, I got to
Like,
know.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
ready.
I
Yeah,
have
it'll be
to know.
me or Tony.
Yeah.
Where is this person at?
I would say Tony for the simple fact that he asked me maybe 3 years ago. He said, "Do you got any of my DVDs?"
I know you got.
I was like, nah,
I can't focus on shit.
I know, right? And so the simple fact that he asked me a few years ago, and I was like, "Nah, I don't got that." I'd say Tony.
Yeah, his memory and attention to detail.
Yeah.
Is crazy.
I'm gonna forget names, but I'm gonna remember.
Yeah, he remembers like literally be like,
I'll be like Columbo.
yeah, be the
You know
most.
what? Earlier you said you had a cold, right? And you went to get the prescription from the CVS right on. Why didn't you go to the CVS right by your house? Oh, no, you know what I'm saying? Because Columbo is a genius. Yeah, he'll keep coming back. I'm gonna find your lost love.
Definitely Tony.
Yeah, so I'm useless to finding shit.
Chaz would be like, "You found my kid? You know what? I took a nap."
Hey, man.
And then
did you check in the cabinet?
Chaz would be good if we find the suspect There he is running down the hill. Chaz is running down the Get him, Chaz. That's where Chaz comes in. Tactically.
Depends how long that run is.
Hilarious. And see, I'm the worst because my wife, she'll be like, she'll ask me to go get something. I'm like, I'm not going on no scavenger hunt. You know where it's at. You go get it. So I'm the worst. Yeah, I'm the worst. I'm cold-blooded
I'm
Negro.
not mad at
I'm like,
you, bro.
I don't do the scavenger hunts. That's what I associate. That's what I call them. I'm like, I'm not looking for nothing. If you know where it's at,
You know I don't like.
Just go get it.
My wife would ask me to do something just as I sat down. Could you? I mentioned. Could you get me? I'm like,
yeah.
you know, goddamn well, I'm not getting back.
my mama like that.
Do you not get back up, or do you just?
I'm not getting back up. And it depends if I'm fully laid down or if my feet still on the ground. If my feet are on the ground.
So you're like, what is the point of
I
asking
might
me?
use my momentum to get back up. But if I'm laid out,
I don't
It's a
like
wrap,
the
dude.
waiting until like I'm about to do something. You've been hungry
could you
for 2 hours.
Oh yeah.
And you wait till
yeah.
I get up. Oh, could you? Since you're up,
Right.
you've been hungry.
You just outweigh.
You outwaited. Yeah, you outwaited me.
Yeah.
You just sat there and waited
Any
for me.
moment
That's
he's gonna
valid.
have.
I'd be like, come on, man. I heard your stomach growling.
Since you headed to the kitchen.
Yeah.
You,
He was hungry this whole
oh, wait.
time.
And can you take this? Can you take? I'd be like, you've been sitting here this whole time.
That's valid.
I always just think, you plotting against me, ain't you? You plotting on me?
Super valid.
You know, my mama's super patient. Like, she was like, I'm gonna go somewhere. She's like, you'll pick me up something from, let's say Chick-fil-A. I'm like, Mama, I ain't gonna be back home in 2 hours. She'd be like,
She waited out.
that's all right, baby. I'll wait. She'll wait it out. No problem, though.
Yeah.
She's not hitting me up asking when I'm coming.
Right.
She'll wait it out. Who is here?
Put that order in.
Yeah.
She calm.
Justin, how old is your mom,
I
man?
know, right?
You gonna
How
get
old
that
is she?
shit
Because you
eventually.
always,
Right.
I imagine her in a row.
Definitely.
Justin got her about 100 years
He got
old.
his mom at 160.
baby.
Now you know earlier I had made some, I had fixed some greens and
I can see the house cool.
She made some hot water
Even in the
cornbread
movie
today.
theater. He really died. baby.
He did.
She's
baby.
60. She's 67.
Man, you make your mouth sound old. And these,
Do you have older siblings or younger siblings?
I had an older brother. He passed.
right,
Yeah,
Oh,
that's
snap.
it.
Sorry to hear that, man.
Yeah.
Piss.
Yeah.
piss.
R.I.P.
No, well.
How'd you deal with that grief?
Man, you know, so my brother and I, we were 7 years apart. So our relationship already, once he hit middle school, he kind of got his group of friends.
Yeah.
And that's why I had my day ones, you know, because literally those are damn near like my brothers because I was with them all the time. So, I mean, it was messed up, but we kind of seen the downward trajectory. You know what I'm saying? It didn't like come out of nowhere.
Before you pass, you're saying?
Before he passed, a couple years, you know, just his health and, you know, his health was deteriorating. He was doing stuff, not doing right. So he was somebody who's like, you know, when you see somebody making poor choices in life and you're like, yo, everybody done tried to help him.
Yeah.
And he's still making poor choices, and you're like, what you know,
writing's on the wall.
yeah, the writing's on the wall.
You throw in the towel.
Yeah, so when it happened, I mean, of course I was devastated, mainly because of the daughter he left behind, my niece.
Oh, okay.
You see what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
so that's why I try to make sure I'm there for her.
You close to her?
Yeah, but she's a teenager now too. So I mean, even that,
Them ages.
exactly. She don't really. She'll talk to you, but don't talk to you.
Man,
Everything is a one-word answer.
Yeah, teenage girls.
Oh, I'm
boy.
glad. Your daughter's 9. How is
Teens are
it
hard to
from
read.
9 to
Oh.
3?
My daughter's
My
great
daughter's
right now.
3 right now. So
3 is actually the worst age. I felt like they said talk about terrible 2s. They're really the terrible 3s for
I
me.
feel like my Izzy got it out early. It was her terrible 1s. I said she's advancing this bullshit,
Damn.
but she's great right now. She have a few tantrums here and there, but she's really mellow. But I'm already dreading the teens, right? I'm already
Me too.
here. But
I like the teens.
You like
We
the
have
have
boys. Though.
boys.
He's asking about
yeah,
girls.
girls.
Oh,
I think
girl,
girls
yeah,
might be a
yeah,
little
because when
different.
I
different,
actually see,
bro.
like, I always hear like, oh, they leave and they come back.
They leave and come back.
Yeah, so I hear, but like, it'd be some years though before they just don't understand. But how is it now that she's 9? Is she still just as close as she's always been with you?
Yeah, I feel bad because they're in Florida right now, so she definitely misses me when I'm not there. She don't like talking on the phone, so I have to FaceTime with her.
Respect all this.
I know, right? So if I'm talking to her on the phone, she could give two shits. When I'm FaceTiming her, there's more of an interaction because
Okay.
she could see me and stuff like that.
Yeah.
She be putting on the filters on like the on the Facebook app we be using. But when I'm gone, she was like, Dad, she don't really care. But the really answer to that final, I cried like a bitch at the funeral.
Because Chaz changed the subject.
did.
My bad. I'm sorry.
But I cried like a bitch at the funeral.
Ain't no crying like a bitch, man. Let it out.
I let it out,
Yeah.
and then from time to time, just like one of my day ones passed kind of recently, and I mean, so from time to time, I'm like, damn, like they gone, like I can't hit them up. That's crazy to me. I wasn't hitting up my brother anyways, but I mean, I love him.
You don't even have the option now.
Yeah, but I don't have the option now,
right.
you know. But I remember even when I first moved into the apartment that I live in Burbank, I always remember that moment. Like I remember when I first moved in, I was about to get married. There was no furniture, and I'm sitting on the floor talking to my brother, and it was just one of them good conversations.
Yeah.
And I just always remember that. Like when I'm thinking about like, damn, like I was like, damn, I'm about to get married. And, you know, it's like, well, good. I'm proud of you, stuff like that. So I think about stuff like that. But, I mean, yeah, but I think I shed all the tears over that, him and my but I want to be like, damn, I don't know if I cried more about when my homeboy, one of my day ones died. You know what I'm saying? Just because we spent more time together.
Yeah.
You know?
Family's
Makes
family,
sense.
bro. Like, that don't separate my friends that aren't blood from being like,
Right.
Oh, yeah, for
that's
sure.
just fam, you know?
Yeah.
For sure.
Because my two homies, I'll be like, these are my brothers. My daughter calls them uncle. One's white. You know what I mean?
Right.
Uncle James is.
It's all about connection.
Yeah,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah,
Love, yeah.
All day. How'd your parents deal with the loss?
They was hurt.
Yeah.
Yeah, because, you know, that's their firstborn. They'll never say it, but they like him more. Your parents will never tell you, but I feel like the firstborn always have a little heads up on you. And
They had the
So
most time in.
yeah, and so my mom would do anything for my brother, which was kind of the problem though, because she enabled him at times. It was his issue. I'm not gonna blame my mom,
Right.
but
She's being a mom.
She was being a mom, but my mom is like, you know, people say that they got the greatest mom.
Yeah.
She is one of them type of. I'm talking about my mom.
earns the title.
She earns the title. Like
Yeah.
one of those, she got me ready for school. My mom was a principal, so I went to school with her. After school, she would come home. She would do my homework. She would help me with my homework. She would.
No, she did it. It's all right.
She would
She
cook.
did it.
I know. I
She
did my
did
homework.
it.
She did it for me.
She was breaking the
I know, right?
You gotta pass my son.
I know,
That's your ass when you get
I know,
suspended.
right? But she was just one of the moms. So it definitely hurt her. And then my dad too. I mean, that's his firstborn son.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So he you know, he cried. We was all crying at the funeral.
Yeah.
You know.
And that's y'all. It's small family too.
And we got a small,
Yeah,
we got a
small
small immediate family. So we
Right.
the only one that live in St. Pete.
Okay.
I got a big,
Florida,
St. Pete, Florida. I got a big family, but they all live in the country. They live in Palaca, Weelaca,
Jesus Christ.
Hastings.
That sounds.
Sounds
country.
good.
Those are all in Florida?
Exactly, Weelaca.
That's big country.
Yeah, Federal Point. And so all
Federal
my, so I
Point
got a
sound like a prison.
huge family, but again, I don't really have the strongest connection with them because I only see them maybe once during the summertime, Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
So yeah, we got a small family.
Yeah.
So I got my family, and then I got my day ones, and then I got my comedian people. You know what I'm saying? I got y'all. You know what I'm saying? That's even something that I'm trying to grow
Get back-
and get back and build. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's why I have my own podcast called "Fuck Your Feelings."
When does it come on?
I know,
When does it drop?
It's weekly on Justin Hires TV on YouTube. But I was telling them like that's part of the reason why I started that podcast was to reconnect because I didn't want the comedians to feel like I didn't fuck with them, and I just felt like it was a big miscommunication. You know, because comedians felt like I didn't fuck with them, and I thought they didn't fuck with me. You see what I'm saying? And so yeah,
Why'd you feel that way?
lack of support. That's why I felt that way.
You felt a lack of support.
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
You know, because what I used to always say is, you know, I was on MacGyver every Friday night, but ain't nobody say, yo, check my homeboy out tonight. You see what I'm saying? So even something on that small of a scale.
I did.
Thank you.
I did.
You know what I'm saying?
I was one of the few that.
You know, but
I felt like everybody did it when you first got it, and then when it was on,
I definitely remember the big
I
push.
remember
I
the big
definitely remember that.
Rush Hour, but even Rush. So this is one of those things where it's like you'll notice. I mean, I'll notice it. So like I remember when Rush Hour was coming out, and of course I was the king of DMing niggas. King of like, hey man, you'll share my shit. I was the king of that. Everybody know I was the king of that shit, right? Annoying everybody. You remember the people that did it, but you also remember the people that didn't do it.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? So even Russia, I know for a fact who I DM to be like, hey man, you'll share, like let people know I'm coming out, you know the show coming out, and then they don't do it. And you like,
Yeah.
well, damn, I thought we was cool.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I thought but maybe we ain't. So that's where some of that shit started to come from. So and then everybody didn't share it though. Make no mistake, I know who did and who didn't. So it's one of those. It's like some people did, most people didn't.
Yeah.
It just is what it is. So because of that, me feeling the lack of support from people that I consider like I thought we was cool.
Yeah.
You know, then it's like, well, I guess we ain't as cool. You know, then I went into my shell and fucking went off to Atlanta and fucking did MacGyver. And, you know what I'm saying?
I hate it when people ask me to post stuff.
I don't get
I
it.
hate it, man.
I don't get asked that much.
To be 100% honest, I don't like it.
Well, you're gonna get asked because
Well,
you sit
yeah, you
on
got
2.5 million.
Yeah, but then even when I was at
You want it
10K,
more, or you want it
I
more
don't like
organic.
it.
And I
Yes.
feel I don't. Yeah.
I like when I can always tell what comedian asks hella people to repost their shit. I always know. I'm like, oh, everybody reposting, they must have asked.
I can tell that.
And so I just prefer organic.
Yeah, we all get the same text.
Right.
You always get to say, I'm like, oh, they must have. And a lot of times I'll just be like, you know, I like to do it organically. Like, you know what I'm saying?
But so here's why I differ on that. If I say I fuck with somebody, I fuck with them. Meaning, everybody, like all y'all done posted stuff, right? And I do this with my homeboys, and I do this with my peers, comedians. I know the reason you're posting this is because you're hoping the most amount of people possible see it.
Right.
So if I say I fuck with you, if I say you're my homeboy, even if I don't think it's the most hilarious thing,
Right.
if I'm like, I know this is a piece of content that they want people to see, off the strength of you, my homeboy, I'm gonna just go ahead and at least throw it up on my IG
But
story.
on your own.
Yeah, on my own.
That's what he's talking about.
Yeah, that's organic.
yeah.
That's organic.
Yeah.
That's
When
not
you-
them
when-
asking you to do it.
When you ask,
Yeah.
people can still not really fuck with you and still post just because you ask.
Because that's
Right.
yeah.
And it just be like, man, I don't like this nigga, but he asked. Let me post this shit. You know, I just like it when it's organic, when it just come out of nowhere.
Right.
And be like, man, you.
But if somebody asks me, I'd fucking do it.
Yeah.
I just don't care to that extent because I'm like, this is me. I'm like, if they're asking me, they want somebody to see it. That's my homeboy. I'm gonna just throw the shit up.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, I do it.
I respect that.
I do
angle,
it.
too.
I just hate the pressure of it, but I do it.
For me, it depends on how many times they ask too, because it's a lot of
Some
repeat
people ask
offenders.
all the time. I'll be like,
Oh, hilarious.
Yeah.
Stop asking.
Repeat
me.
offenders.
Well,
It's
yeah,
like,
I don't. Yeah,
It is a repeat
yeah.
offender.
especially,
like-
especially when it's coming from a person that not saying you at
Yeah.
all, but just like people that it's one sided.
Oh yeah.
Like I don't
That
be
too.
seeing you posting anybody else's
Right.
shit but yours. But
Right.
whenever
Right.
you got something going on,
You want to make sure
you want
everybody see the shit.
in
Yeah,
on
yep.
it. But I ain't never seen, you know. So it'd be stuff like that. I'll just be like, I don't know.
I got a name in mind, but I ain't gonna say it.
Hilarious. Who is it, DC?
I ain't gonna say
I
it.
just
Male,
now,
female.
Female like
I
a
know what you're
motherfucker.
talking
Oh,
about.
for real?
I already
What's
know
the
what you're
initials?
talking about.
I ain't saying.
What's the
I think we talked about
Hey,
this.
does the initial start? Hold on. Does the letter start with
I'm
the? I'm
out.
gonna just say a letter.
I'm out.
Does it start with a?
I ain't.
I'm
Go
out.
ahead.
Nah, okay, I ain't
Go
gonna
ahead,
say
say
it.
what it's
I was gonna say the letter that started K.
No.
Okay.
No.
I don't think
I
about
only
the
said
K.
that 'cause it's a lot of
When
K
we get
names.
off air, I'm gonna say it.
Okay,
I'll
it's a
say
lot
it.
of K names, so that's the only reason why I said
I gotta
that.
get out of here anyways.
Oh yeah, man, you gotta pick the kids.
I'm
up.
so out that world, bro. I'm like, I'm just now starting to be like, oh, let me repost this and let me post some
Yeah.
stuff, and it's because
You've
I've been
been active,
unemployed for a
Chad.
while.
You have been.
I've been unemployed since
Yeah.
June,
You
so
been-
I've been like,
You've been unemployed since.
Chaz
oh yeah, I've been
Scorsese.
unemployed.
I've been unemployed since last
Filming
March.
shit,
Desperate measures
providing
actor.
edits nobody asked.
Oh
for.
man, I got some
offending
time.
people, nigga. Craig mad, nigga.
Oh, Craig, man.
Offending people with
I'm
cuts.
like, Chaz really out here, man.
I got so much time to play around with this shit. I was like, I got nothing but time, dog.
Oh, and I'm gonna say this too. I don't mind sharing people's stuff if they ask me if I know them. Mm-hmm. Now,
That's
if it's just,
another
if,
thing, too.
if it's just some, if
Strangers,
it's
right?
just some random, exactly. If
Right.
it's some random person, that's different.
I don't show
But
none
if
of
it's
that
somebody I know, then I'm
But
just
also,
like,
it also matters to me, like relationships. Like you said, if I fuck with you, it
Right.
be like people that, like, okay, we met once at the, like, nigga.
right.
I'm
Not feel you.
Yeah, and it depends on, you know, you're only, like Tony said, it's one way. Like, you just doing this, but where your I can go through your whole page. I
You
don't see nobody else. Especially
shit,
me.
yeah.
You asking me.
Let
I
me
don't
ask
see
you guys a
nothing but
question.
mine.
Let me ask you a
yours,
question
like-
about social media in general. I always saw social media as this tool, right? As this tool for whatever marketing, business. Facebook was the only thing I ever saw to take social media personally. Was like because at the beginning that's where a lot of your friends and family were, right?
Right.
So it sounds like it's a lot of personal shit that can get involved with the sharing or the not sharing. But I never took it. I never seen it as that.
Yeah.
But do you feel like that? Do you feel like is it like how much is business, how much is personal? Or is it all mixed in?
My
it
IG
depends on the
is
person.
a lot of business.
Yeah.
It depends on the
Facebook
person.
is more personal.
Because like when I hear like, because I go, okay, well, is it hard to share something? But I understand the organic stuff, right? I understand like because it's your page and it has to be a reflection of you. And I understand that. But then I go like, if it's this tool that we're supposed to use, because I'm hearing what you're saying, and I go, I understand how easy it is to go share something, right? And especially if it's like, here's this tool, here's this business, here's this marketing, with our friends in there. So I'm trying to just understand that business side to the personal
Well,
side.
I will say, with the stories, I'm a very good sharing stories.
Me too.
Because it's very easy.
It's very
Stories
easy.
is
Right.
easy
I'd be
work.
like, they be
Mad
like, shit,
easy.
boom, story done. I tag
But I
it,
feel
next
like
it's
the
over.
story ain't
But
as
the-
effective for me.
Yeah.
It definitely is not as
It's,
effective.
it's real when it's on that main.
when it's on that main
Yeah.
page.
When it's sitting there. You
Story
throw a
sometimes
reel
is
up.
I got you.
Yeah, you just throw anything up on the
Yeah.
story. You're getting less eyeballs
Right.
on it, potentially.
Well, that'd be the thing too. If a nigga won't even share you on his story,
Yeah, that's right.
you see what I'm saying?
Right.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
Right.
But that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, that's disrespectful.
You see what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. I'm like, God damn, you can't share me on your story.
Story.
Personal. But that's
Yeah.
what I realized when,
All
I
right,
had,
yeah.
when I had unfollowed everybody.
Oh, you're not leaving.
When I had unfollowed everybody at one point,
Before you leave, Keon, let
that's when
people
I
know
realized
what
it
you-
was
what you got
personal
going.
with them also. Because they're like, well, Justin in his feelings, he unfollowed everybody. I'm like, well, you unfollowed me back. So you was in your feelings too. Because if you
Yeah, I
wasn't,
was. I remember. I
You see what I'm
I
saying?
definitely unfollowed
Yeah.
you.
What-
because
I never
you
unfollowed you back.
everybody.
thank you back.
But I didn't know you unfollowed everybody. I just
Oh
was
yeah,
like,
it
man,
said
this
zero.
man- I was just like, man,
I was an
Justin ain't fucking
equal.
with me.
I was an
He
equal
unfollowed
opportunity
everybody.
unfollower.
But to your question, I know you gotta get out of here. You got anything you need to plug?
KeonPoli.com.
About see,
Personal.
the thing for me is I don't like getting on people's nerves in terms of
Straight up.
my social
Peace out.
media.
Good seeing you too.
So I have this complex in me where it's just like I'm always asking people to do shit. You know, I'm telling people to buy my merch, come to my shows, watch this, watch that, watch the podcast, watch this podcast.
these are different
watch-
people.
So it's just on my page. It's like, come do this.
You
come
feel like
do
you're always
that, Come do
asking.
this. Come do that. Come do
Buy
this. So
this,
now
do
I'm
that.
throwing in hella people. Watch this. Watch support this. Support that. I'm getting on my own nerves. So it's just like I'm sorry. I'm always asking y'all for shit.
Yeah.
So now so I can't just throw everybody up in the mix either because it's like, and if I don't think what you want me to post is funny, then I'm losing credibility as well. It's just like, man, you just throw anybody up. So now you also want to build a relationship with the people that do follow you. Be like, oh, if he posting this shit,
Right.
this means we really got it. Because if you repost everybody, people ain't gonna pay attention no more.
get
They
that.
be like,
Yeah.
man, he always posting
I get
somebody
that.
else. I'm gonna just scroll past.
But you saying the wall of the story? Are you saying both?
everything, because it's all connected. So it's just like he always posting some shit. Let me just keep scrolling. So when you post something, they'll be like, "Oh."
I never thought about the credibility side.
The credibility means a lot too because
Because
it's like, man, you always.
I
you
don't really
post
think
everybody.
credibility. When I see story, I don't think credibility. I think when he goes on the main page, yeah, credibility.
Well,
That's
because
what I think
story,
so too. Story, I
I'm
see
like-
that shit as like a commercial.
like,
But I get the brand. I get
Yeah.
that, like, your IG is your brand,
Yeah.
right?
Right.
And you have to take care of your brand. You have to
Yeah.
protect your brand because you do want people to be like, we can count on this guy.
And I
we can rely on
already
this guy.
feel oversaturated. I'm sorry, y'all. You know, yeah, can y'all support?
You are
I
from
feel
some-
like
Oh, you got to do
Oh,
your own,
that's
you your
big.
own network, your own commercial.
Man.
How many posts you do a day? Typically.
It just depends. Like I used to be really prolific. I would say 6 a day.
Yeah.
6 a day. That's including like it's mainly show flyers, because I got the tours to promote, and then the podcast to promote, the
Right.
merch, and then I got to put up some type of content.
Right.
So like yesterday, I did one voiceover, and I
That
did.
can't come through the fence is fire, though.
Oh
by the
yeah,
way.
the voiceovers are just
Right.
That's a
I didn't say why.
guarantee. The voiceover is a guarantee.
you've toned down the voiceovers.
I have. I used to do like 6
tired
a
of
day.
'em?
I'd just be like,
Yeah, it's work.
It's a lot.
Yeah, so I just knocked out the kangaroos fighting, and it, it
Are
just
you
did
against
numbers.
posting more stand up though?
I got too much stand up out there.
Mm-hmm.
I got mad clips on YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
I got mad clips that I've already posted. I
Special
got comedy
shot.
specials. I got so I just feel like people are seeing too much of my stand up. There's too much out there already. So I just be like, all right, enough. I want when you come see me live, it's like something new,
Right.
and fresh.
Yeah.
But is it new material though when they come see you live?
Yeah.
Well,
Like,
what
like if I'm on tour, I've been doing the same set on this tour.
Right.
So it's just like, so if you saw me in Kansas City and then you come to St. Louis, it's gonna be the same set.
Right.
It's gonna be new jokes all at the top because I talk about the local stuff. And then I go into my set list. So it'd be like, man, you came to see me. Now I'm gonna get inside myself and be like, man, you already seen these jokes.
Right.
Tell them all different.
Yeah. You
But
know
I'm
what
saying if you cut up clips from your old specials and put it out.
Yeah, that's what I do. Like
Right.
I posted clips of Scaredy Cat and
Right.
clips of the Real Comedians tour. So I have those clips.
Got you.
And then like if I'm doing like crowd work, if I'm doing stuff on Keep Your Distance or whatever, then that's cool.
Right.
But as far as like a joke that I really want to add to my
That's
Oh,
been
yeah.
flubbed
yeah.
out. Yeah.
I'm the same way.
it's
what
usually I'm more comfortable if it's like something off the cuff
Right.
that I can just put up there.
Crowd work is the key for this. The
Yeah.
clip, the
Right,
clip
right,
game right now.
Right.
Cause crowd work, I do crowd work at Tony Bacon and Friends, and then I like posting that stuff. But even then, like if it hit, I'll be like,
Right.
Yeah, you be like, I'm gonna just tuck this in.
yeah, I be wanting to tuck
Yeah,
stuff
I'm gonna
in if
tuck
it's
this
getting this
in.
type of traction.
Right.
So that's why I kind of go easy on the different clips,
Right.
just because I don't want to oversaturate. Because I definitely feel oversaturated.
Yeah.
In terms of. It's always something. Like
Yeah.
I got this sweatshirt right here because the Bakery 4's out this week, and it's just like, I don't know.
I need more
No,
clips.
it's good to know because just hearing Justin going, I go like, oh man, I never seen it as a thing where I'd be like, nigga, it's just Instagram, but I understand what you're saying. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
for
It's
sure.
like,
Yeah.
I go like,
Yeah, because
oh,
I
okay.
take it as a sense of are we cool or are we not cool?
No, I get
And
that.
also, I want to
Because
say
I'm
this
I'm
about
super
you
supportive.
in particular, Justin. And for we kind of talked about this in private, but like for the podcast, like for a show like MacGyver, for example, a lot of us look at you as you good
I know.
because it's not an independent project. It's not like it's not a black show. So once you get the black show, people gonna be like, "Hey man, we gotta support this." So it's like CBS will be like, "You good?"
Oh yeah, we thought
You
you
know
made
what I'm
it.
saying? It's like he good.
Yeah,
So
Justin
he
made
don't
it,
really
baby.
need. He don't really need the.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So that's the general outlook on a show like that because it's like,
Right.
all right, and so we just be like, Justin good. He good to go, and so a lot of people just don't even think to post about the show in terms of just like he good, he's straight.
And I was saying on the flip side, that's why I needed everyone's support because it was a white show.
Yeah,
You see what I'm
wanted
saying?
that black audience.
I wanted the black audience. You see what I'm saying?
That's
so
fair.
yeah, so
I
that,
see that,
so on
yeah.
the exact
Yeah.
opposite side, it was like I know most people think Justin good.
Yeah.
I was saying that on my podcast, like I feel like that's that's the overall consensus amongst most of the comedians.
Yeah.
Justin been working,
He good.
he good, and it's like I'm not good. And I would appreciate y'all's support.
And then also,
You know what I'm
you're so ambitious. You're such an ambitious dude. When you get something good, does it feel good? Like, does it feel like, okay, we're here? Because you have big ambitions.
I do.
Right. So when you get
I
a show
did.
like, hey, the older you get, your ambitions taper.
I know, right? Like
Yeah,
I just want to be happy,
and
have some money coming in.
and that's what happens. And that's what happens.
Oh, my bad. I'm gonna let you finish your thought before I say what I was
No,
gonna
go
say.
say your thought.
Shantae told me, Wayans, she said, Justin, she called me one time, it was during the pandemic. She said, Justin, the reason why people don't run to help you is because you can already do everything. And when people look from the outside, they like, well, he don't really need our help because he's already you seem as if you could basically, you're a one-man show, or you could kind of do things without any assistance.
You were doing one of the first people shooting sketches, like
Yeah.
and way ahead of the game on stuff. So
Right.
people already thought you had, had it in the bag, pretty much.
And my thing was, I thought Justin's end game was to, be on a TV show.
Right.
And be like, credits and acting reels and stuff like that. Because that was a lot of your stand that was based in the acting career. That was like the crux of your like, yo, man, I got credits and this and that. So it's just like, all right, well, he a regular on the CBS, so he good. That's
so funny. And what I was telling somebody one time, I was like, the reason why I talked about that stuff, for me personally, I'm talking about my life. I would be on set. So I'm always like, for instance, when Kevin Hart is always talking about his family, and people are like, all he do is talk about his family. Me also, I'm thinking, I find Hollywood stories interesting, just me personally. Mm-hmm. I always feel like a Hollywood story, like, so even when we did the show, well, you didn't do the show, the Afion birthday show. Yeah. I ended my set doing a story about me having dinner with Chris Rock. Me and my wife because I'm like, to me, that's more interesting than me telling a story about going on a date.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So the Hollywood stories that I would tell and do tell, and when I, at times, it is only because I'm like, if I was an audience member, if I had to choose between somebody saying I could tell you a Chris Rock story or me going on a date with my wife's story.
Yeah. But I much rather hear you getting stood up and seeing Rush Hour by yourself.
Me too.
Me too.
I go like, oh, tell me this story.
But as comedians, we always lean towards what we find interesting.
Trust me, if I ask the audience, do you rather hear a Chris Rock story?
Well, if you present it like that, of course we're gonna be like, well, we curious, but
right. But
if you ask what's gonna sit longer with us, it might actually be your true story about your getting stood up in rush hour.
That's true too, but everything that I talk about is still self-deprecating. Mm-hmm. So even all the Hollywood shit, it's not glorifying I'm on TV. It's always about like, I'm trying to get into a Kevin Hart party and they won't let me in.
The Jamie Foxx party. I know the joke.
Jamie. Yeah, I don't really tell that one that much. But but a Jamie Foxx party, and it was like he was like, yeah, just keep moving down.
Right,
I'm in the VIP, like, yeah, just keep moving. And, I'm back home. So, but anyways, that's what that's kind of what the genesis of those stories. But I am talking about my family more and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Talk about my wife, daughter. You know what I'm saying?
Because I feel like, and I always say this to you, those stories that give you longevity in the comedy game.
Right.
That personal shit. And then next thing you know, you got a show based on that.
Right.
Because I try to tell other comedians, man, you can write your show on stage.
Absolutely.
Like, you can write your show while you perform. Because that's what, man, Cosby.
That was the blueprint. That was what everybody was doing.
Yes. I'm like, that's where your show is.
Yeah. That's a fact.
And you can still do it with the Hollywood stories. You can do a show about an actor who's having these instances. You know what I mean? You can do that.
Oh, I've tried.
But just to say, fuck all that.
But I'm just like, my thing is always like putting it in with that family moment. Because even for me right now, it's like writing, being unemployed. I'm home a lot. And you'll be like, you hear a lot. Yeah. And then that started.
Tired of you at the crib.
It's just I have to do stuff that I didn't have to do before because you can't just justify being home.
Be at the crib.
Even if you can help pay bills,
right?
It's still like, hey man, you just like you just here.
You stay at home dad though, right?
I've been a stay at home dad because I've been unemployed.
Yeah, but I'm saying but Izzy going to school now, right?
She's going next week. She starts. Yeah.
But when you started back, you still work with Bentley, don't you?
Yeah, we just got to work right now. It just be one of them times where it's like we ain't got nothing. You know what I mean?
But y'all got another season for whatever show y'all doing, right?
Well, the show I was supposed to do got canceled.
Okay,
so that's why I'm a free agent right now. So if you know anybody, Justin,
that's why he posting on.
That's why I'm posting because I was like,
I'm a free agent.
we need to talk
again. Like I said, we in this together. Again, I'm like, I'm unemployed too.
Yeah.
I have money.
You're right,
but not as much as I had coming in.
And that's what happens, and you go like, all right, so let me start doing a little more around the crib because all that stuff that I could get away with not doing because I was gone. And it's just like, well, this ain't been done. This bed been not. This bed still undone. You been all day. I guess I could get that.
Well, I want y'all to know. I'm one of them people when I get advice from others because I'm always interested to see how people think, what people think about me in any type of advice. Because I could look people. It's easy to look at somebody and be like, if they just did this a little bit more,
right? For
sure. But that being said, I like it when people give it to me because I like hearing that information so I could utilize it because I'm like, we all got a little blind spot.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
You
see what I'm saying? So I appreciate, everything y'all be telling me. And not only do I appreciate it, I actually use it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
You talented, bro.
Yeah, so many people you can't
Appreciate
give real advice to. They get offended.
they
by
get
it.
offended.
Yeah,
I
just-
know
what I'm doing.
Yeah,
I know the things.
yeah.
Nah,
man,
I don't look at it like that. I be like, nah, y'all know y'all. I hear y'all. I hear y'all. I receive it. I receive it.
DC, where you at, man?
San Diego Laugh Factory all weekend.
Nice.
Starting tonight,
No,
Thursday.
Thursday.
Oh, with
That's
Marlon.
tonight.
Yeah, with
when
Marlon.
it is. So it'd be Thursday.
Thursday,
night.
yeah, Thursday.
Yeah.
When this come out?
Oh, and
Thursdays.
Prove It shirts. The Baby Blues are dropping this week.
Oh,
Ooh, the baby,
Baby
blue.
blue.
Baby Blue, but I'm only gonna have larges out, so get those larges. If you're a large, you in luck. If you a large, you in luck.
you discriminate. Discriminate.
This come out what? So it's coming out tomorrow?
Comes out Thursday.
What's the day?
Tuesday.
Oh, Tuesday. Oh, okay.
Yeah. Where you at, Justin? What you need people to know?
Justin Hires on all social media. HIRES. I mean, I'm at the Comedy Chateau just doing spots in Flabbers this weekend. But I mean, I'm doing Greenville, South Carolina next month. The Comedy Zone.
You got the dates?
Turn
Got the
up.
date.
September. I don't know. Look it up. And then somewhere it's next weekend.
Okay.
September 9th or some shit like that.
Oh,
8th and 9th. I don't know. But anyways, and then somewhere in Illinois. I'm at Batavia, Illinois in October. I'm around. But Justin Hires. Just go to social media. I'll keep you updated.
Push your podcast again.
Oh, fuck your feelings.
Fuck your
Fuck your feelings podcast and Urban Legends. And Legends is with a Z at the end. Legends. Urban Legends.
Niggas.
Had Tony on. Great episode. But yeah, now I'm doing my interviews in studio now, so I'm excited. So Urban Legends podcast, Fuck Your Feelings podcast, Justin Hires.
Dope,
Boom.
dope.
Chaz.
Yeah, Chaz Rogers. I'm Chaz Rogers on IG. My YouTube, you can watch. Lackaroni Chaz, an episode of me and Dion Lack. That's up and ready. So you can watch that. You can hop into Patreon to get all stuff with me and Iz right now. The patreon.com/Chaz Rogers is up. I will be dropping the reaction videos to music videos I've never seen. That is coming, I think, Friday. I'll be
that's
ready. Yeah, I got a lot of harassment about the videos I haven't seen.
That's a good
Found
idea.
out that I am the odd one out. So yeah, man.
You like tip drill?
Yeah, well, I've seen
Tip
those.
drill?
Seen those plenty of times. So yeah, you can head to my YouTube at Chaz Rogers. Yeah.
Bake, what you got cooking?
I'll be in St. Louis this weekend at the Helium Comedy Club. Get your tickets early if you're in St. Louis. The show starts Thursday through Saturday. So if you're watching this on Thursday, the show starts tonight, one Thursday night, 2 Friday, 2 Saturday. Also, next week, one show, one night only, 2 shows at Hartford, Connecticut.
Beantown.
And then one night only in Boston. So pull up on those. The Bakery 4s, the Green Joint, that's why I got it laying here. Only on sale this week. So if you're watching this episode on Thursday, you got one more day. So get it. You got the sweatshirt or you can get the T-shirts. That's the Green Bakery 4s. They're on sale now. Click the link in my bio. Or go to TonyBakerHaberdasheries.com. Get yours. New episodes of Verbal Cardio drop every Wednesday. Gross Point Bake drops every Tuesday. So get in on that. Anyway, y'all.
May I plug one more thing?
Oh, yeah.
I forgot about the Big Ready Emporium. That is
Big
up,
Ready.
Chaz.shop.
You got shirts and stuff up
I
there?
got shirts,
Big Ready
hoodies,
Emporium.
Big Ready Emporium. So you can go there and get some Big Ready merch if you like. You know, we moving packages.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, man. Thank y'all for having me.
Oh, man,
pleasure,
thanks for
bro.
coming in, man.
Good
You know what I'm
ass-
saying?
good fun
time,
ass
man.
episode.
We talk movies most of the time.
did.
I like that shit.
Went for movies
That's
to death.
right up my alley.
Yeah, I know.
Then the
Movies to death.
family.
Right,
Yeah,
right,
man,
right.
that's how it is. But,
I was just
we
playing. I
appreciate
was just
y'all.
playing about 8 Mile.
Oh, you man, get out of here.
Yeah, look out, man.
It's a good
You know what I'm
movie.
saying? Watch out.
So when I had to make it
Eminem's
interesting.
a solid actor.
I had to make it interesting.
Get outta here. Get
Right.
outta
Somebody
here.
had to be devil's
Yeah,
advocate.
if everyone's all saying the same thing.
No, man, watch out, man.
Cut this,
All right,
man.
y'all,
Cut
we
this,
out.
man.